It's game 2 of the doubleheader here at Spillane Field after taking down Cotuit earlier in the day. 7-1. Wareham welcomes the West Division leading Bourne Braves for a pivotal matchup here on a Friday night. Dan Shalam with you alongside Joe Henry here on the Cranberry Federal Credit Union pregame show. Joe with the win earlier today. Wareham is now tied with Cotuit for that final playoff spot. Wareham simply needs to win one more game and Cotuit lose on the same day. The Gatemen will take sole control of that final playoff spot.
In the game earlier today, checked all the boxes of what you needed to have happen in game 1. Of course, at the end of the day, you just needed to win over them. Don't have to head-to-head tiebreaker, but to break even in the standings and now have a chance to pass them with the win and an extra Cotuit loss over the rest of this weekend. That's great, but you got out to an early lead. You were comfortable. You had such a lead that you could go to some lower leverage guys in the bullpen, save someone like Jake Schweitzer, who's projected to start tonight's game. It puts you in a really good spot. Meanwhile, Cotuit had to use a bullpen arm that looks like could be a leverage guy down the stretch. They're in certainly a worse position the rest of the way, although they do still hold game.
Gatemen simply need to be one game better than Cotuit over the next 4 in order to make the postseason. One guy, Joe, that was pivotal in that first game, RJ Hamilton. He was a table setter. He actually got hit by the first pitch for Wareham on offense, but what'd you like out of him in that third half?
Well, didn't really get to see much in that first inning. He just got plunked and took his base. But I love that as soon as he got aboard in the second inning, he actually came to bat in each of the first 3 frames. He immediately went to steal a base. When he's aggressive on the base paths, it adds a little dynamism to this offense that just isn't present. Thank you. I appreciate that. He's really the only big-time stolen base threat that this team has. So when he's active on the base paths, with a stolen base or maybe when he's hit the third inning out with a bases clearing triple, that does the job as well. His aggression forces defensive mistakes, and that's a great thing for this team. The perfect prototypical leadoff hitter.
Stolen bases up to 14 on the season for RJ, and that triple was his first, believe it or not, here in Game 36. This Game 37 between the Braves and the Gatemen. And our beat reporter, Jack Knight, is standing by with RJ Hamilton now.
Thanks, guys. Alongside Duke outfielder RJ Hamilton. RJ, take me through that electric triple just hours ago.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of trying to do my job. I know we had a runner on second base with 2 outs. Just trying to drive something to kind of get that runner in. So kind of took 2 borderline pitches on the inside corner. Was able to give myself space to work out the plate and caught some up in the zone and was able to drive it.
Base knocks in back-to-back games. How did you keep your bat hot over the 2 off-day rain delay?
I feel like using that first off day, not doing anything, kind of letting the body just rest. And then that second off day, I was able to go to the Henry facility and kind of get some work in. So that helped out a lot. And just to be able to reset and get back into it. So.
You're a veteran in this lineup. What are you telling your younger teammates on how to handle a brutal stretch like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's a long season, and, so just taking it one inning, one at bat at a time, one pitch at a time. And if you look at it like that, at the end of the day, it'll be over and we'll, be in a great situation. So just take it one step at a time.
One at bat at a time. Thanks so much, RJ. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Jack. So, Joe, we mentioned Jake Schweitzer a little bit earlier. Looking for him to provide some like the probable starter tonight. He's been excellent for this Gatemen team.
Yeah, so he's one of just 8 players who's been here the entire summer long, and he's one of the few guys who's just gotten better and better and better. Started off as one of the middle relief guys. At some point was the definitive back-end guy, and now is doing a little bit of everything. This is actually his first start, but he has given the Gatemen a lot of length in recent appearances. You'd get 4 innings. Biggest thing will have been acceptable for ERA. He has walked a good amount of players, so he needs to keep that down. He needs to keep the pitch count down so the Gatemen can avoid their bullpen getting too taxed here for the rest of the weekend. That's the key.
What a time it is for Schweitzer to make his first start in the biggest game of the year. It just keeps getting more massive for Wareham as the games roll on. No better time to play spoiler than against the West Division leading Bourne Braves. Wareham tries to will themselves into the playoffs. They'll need some help from Cotuit, but first need to focus on what's in front of them, which is Bourne. Adam Hipsky and I will have the call for you coming up right after this here on the home of Gatemen Baseball.
Hey, Gatemen fans, give it up for a hometown MVP, Harvey Waste and Recycling. Just like the Gatemen clean up on the field, Harvey keeps our communities clean every day. Big hits, clean streets, and reliable service you can count on. Now that's a winning team. Visit elharveynewbedford.com or call 508-995-0544. Harvey New Bedford, keeping Wareham game ready all season long.
Searching for a golf cart, street legal low-speed vehicle, or utility vehicle? Come visit C2 Vehicles in Wareham or online at c2vehicles.com. Trusted across the South Coast, Cape and Island since 1978, C2 Vehicles has the ride for work, play, and everything in between. Broken PS5 or Xbox? A Plus Repair specializes in all repairs, including game consoles, computers, smartphones, and tablets. Walk-ins are welcome, and most repairs are done in less than an hour. 508-962-2394 or aplusrepairs.net for more info.
Reed Custom Soils, a subsidiary of the AD Makepeace Company, is New England's most experienced precision soil blender. Reed is the leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installation, stabilized stone dust for nature paths and pedestrian walkways, bioretention and rain garden soils, and specialized soils for athletic fields, including your Spillane Field. To learn more, visit reedcustomsoils.com.
Wareham plays host once again to Cotuit. It's game 2 of a twin bill, and it's a Friday night after a little bit of rain. It's the Gatemen and the Braves for the final time in 2026. Welcome to Spillane Field, everyone, for the second time today, alongside Dan Shalam. I'm Adam Hipsky. Dan, everyone had the game circled, Cotuit Wareham. Well, the Gatemen picked it up in a 7-1 dominant fashion, and now a chance to move into the playoffs. At least the picture, with 3 games to go with a victory today.
Ball is in Wareham's court right now. Obviously, Cotuit is still in the playoffs as of right now, but Wareham inching closer and closer and closer. With a win here tonight over Bourne and a Cotuit loss, Wareham would be in the postseason, but of course playing a Braves team that is top the West Division.
Let's get into this matchup. Bourne, it's a team that's lost 3 in a row and starts to feel this grasp of the West Division slipping through its fingers. They currently lead Hyannis by just 1 point going into this matchup here tonight. It's a different Braves team. Luke Costello still in the lineup. His brother Andrew has departed for the summer, but they've still got a powerful bat in the first baseman from Wake Forest.
It don't matter. Luke Costello's going to show up, and every team's a brand new squad at this point, really. Bourne trying to work through that. Costello 1 for 4 with an RBI earlier today against Hyannis, but he's been a consistent bat, has been here for 31 games with the Braves, and really has shown out this summer. His brother was the headline, but Luke has been there every step of the way and looking to finish off this season strong with Bourne.
Costello, a powerful bat for the Braves. He bats 4th for Bourne, and a guy on the other side for Wareham that bats 5th. It's Cohen Nicolai, who broke this morning's game open with a bases-clearing double in the first inning.
He delivered against Cotuit. You see it right there. Was left a meatball over the plate and didn't miss it. Crushed it into the left center field gap, cleared the bases, made it 4-0 Wareham at the time. There's a reason he's in there again. He was the DH in the last game, the catcher here tonight. So, Nicolai looking for another big game and to produce just like he has all season for the Gatemen.
Gatemen and Braves. For the final time this summer, Bourne leads the West by 1. Cotuit and Wareham squared up for the 4th and final spot in the West. Jake Schweitzer gets his first start of the summer for the Gatemen. When we return, we'll take a quick step aside. Bourne and Wareham, first pitch coming up after this.
Hey, it's me, Wizzy. Water Whiz is the ultimate vacation. Huge slides, a not-so-lazy river, and more ways to cool off than you can count. Plan ahead and save. Tickets as low as $39.95. Rally your crew and lock in your date.
For a good piece of glass, call Abby. located at 3 Tyler Avenue in East Wareham. Call Abby Glass and Locks about getting a free quote for your windows, doors, locks, and other glass needs.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
Go time from Spillane Field. Wareham with a chance to push itself into the playoff picture with 3 games to go. And that man right there, Jake Schweitzer, gets the ball for his first start of the summer. And Dan, he has turned into a high-leverage guy. And Wareham turns to him today for a chance for a massive victory.
Really no one that you would rather have on the mound than Jake Schweitzer. It'll be a question of who comes after him, but looking for Schweitzer to just go out there and dominate. He's been nasty so far this season for Wareham. A 2-0 record overall, a 2.36 ERA, 11 appearances, over 26 2/3, 11 appearances. This is his first start. Does that change anything for Jake Schweitzer? That's the question coming into this game. Looked really sound in his last 2 appearances, has not let up a run over the last 7 1/3. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
He's been absolutely spectacular. He goes against a Bourne lineup that ranks atop the Cape League in batting average and 4th in the Cape League in runs per game. It's headlined at the top by Matt Bolton and Rustin Rigdon. Riker Wade, who hit a home run earlier today. We talked about him earlier. Luke Costello. It's a new-look Braves lineup, but one that Scott Lander still hopes gets this team to the finish line as they go for the three-peat here on the Cape League. We're ready to go. Out of the windup, Jake Schweitzer's first pitch is a called strike. Outside corner, and we are underway. 7:23 first pitch at Spillane Field. And after a little bit of rain and some shuffling of the cards after a couple of rainouts, Wareham and Bourne finally off to the races as the 0-1 is flown out into center field. Chase Cruson on the run, and he makes the catch over his shoulder. And it gives us a chance to set the field defensively for the Gatemen. You just saw Chase Cruson make a nice play out in center, but the rest of the Wareham defense looks very similar to what it did earlier today. And a nice jump by Chase Cruson, shifting his body, angling to the right, and he makes the catch. R.J. Hamilton back in left field for the second straight game. Carter Groen, the addition, he plays right field. The infield, the exact same from Wareham's 7-1 win over Cotuit earlier today. And Cohen Niklai catches the balls and strikes. First pitch to Rustin Rigdon is outside for strike 1. That's the corner for a called strike. Wareham maybe a little bit of a downgrade defensively. Niklai brings the power offensively, but so far, base runners attempting to steal 27 of 31 against Niklai. The only other guy that's been catching consistently on this team, Levi Clark, caught this morning and is doing the DHing today.
Be interesting to see how Schweitzer settles into this starter role. That first pitch from Bolton had a charge on it to the deepest part of the ballpark.
Back-to-back left-handed hitters that Schweitzer has to face. It's a lineup that consists of 2 lefties, 2 switch hitters, and 5 righties. The 0-2. Dances inside for ball 1. Schweitzer with a 4-pitch mix. Sinker as the top pitch thrown, fastball, cutter, and a changeup as well. Ahead 1-2 on Rigdon, who skies it out to left field. Long run for R.J. Hamilton. Drifts into foul ground, makes the catch on the run for out number 2.
Really nice job by Hamilton. Just chased it down in the corner. Made it there in plenty of time. That's the advantage you get with R.J. Hamilton out in left field. So speedy, skimpers over to the line and makes the catch.
Making his 5th start of the summer out in left field. And he tracks it for the second out. Brings up Riker Waite, shortstop. That's also a switch hitter and will bat from the left side. So all 3 lefties so far that Schweitzer has dealt to. First pitch, a ball outside, goes to the sinker. And the count 1-0.
He only has to face one righty in this top 5, so he's kind of at a disadvantage.
That'd be Luke Costello, who's on deck. 1-0, cut on and missed.
And it's not like Luke Costello is really an easy at-bat either.
Not at all. Waite back for his second season with the Braves. 1-1, cut on and missed. Riker Waite, a part of that Cape League title run last summer. Batted .287 with 17 runs batted in across 33 games. Count levels at 2-2. In just his 6th game of the summer this year, batting .267 for the Braves. Two seasons at Vanderbilt, 2 seasons with Bourne. 2-2 the count, 2 away. Schweitzer trying to go 1-2-3 to start his outing. Fouled back. Schweitzer in his first start of the season has allowed 19 hits in more than 27 innings. Two and two the count. Schweitzer sets and fires. Popped up and out of play. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schweitzer was a possibility to pitch in the game earlier today. He's typically been a guy that's piggybacked off of the start of Sahil Patel. Wareham built an early lead. They saved Schweitzer for tonight's matchup with Bourne.
Almost got to the point where they brought in Schweitzer in that first game. When the bases were loaded with 1 out in the first, Schweitzer was throwing out in the bullpen. He was ready to come in, but luckily Patel escaped that jam.
2-2 the count, 2 away. Base is still clear. Schweitzer misses outside. Count runs full, and Riker Waite, really tough out to get right now for Jake Schweitzer.
Just a good at-bat.
8 pitches so far. Schweitzer shakes off 2 suggestions from Nikolai. Comes set. And the payoff. Another one that's nubbed foul, and the count 3-2.
What a battle. 10 pitches in this at-bat alone. This really can't be understated how big this is. Riker Waite making Schweitzer dump out his whole arsenal, letting Luke Costello and the rest of this Braves lineup see everything that Schweitzer's going to go to in any at-bat.
10th pitch of the at-bat. Schweitzer already has dealt 16 this inning. And it's a deep drive to right field. Groen sprints back, looks up. That ball is gone. 10-pitch at-bat. And Riker Waite wins it. His 2nd home run of the day. His 1st of the game. And Bourne opens up the scoring 1-0 in the top of the 1st.
You might as well just rename July 31st Riker Waite Day with the way that he's been playing today. Had a solo shot in the game against Hyannis, does the same thing here on corks. Schweitzer left it up in the zone, and he was all over it. 10-pitch at-bat. What a battle from Riker Waite. And in the end, he wins it. That is one heck of an AB right there.
First run given up by Jake Schweitzer since July 11th. First pitch to Luke Costello just misses inside. And what a battle right there between Jake Schweitzer and Riker Waite. Up in the zone, absolutely clobbered. The 1-0 outside.
Well, and that's the thing. If Schweitzer's going to leave balls up there to these types of hitters, they're going to go get it, and they're going to drive it.
That sequence was all over the place. Inside, outside, upstairs, downstairs, but Riker Waite arrives the same. Schweitzer gets behind 3-0 on Luke Costello, who also had an RBI earlier today, was 1 for 4 against Hyannis. Waite and Costello responsible for 2 of the 3 runs driven in. 3-0 dots the inside corner. And the count 3-1. Bourne trying to snap this 3-game losing skid. Schweitzer collects himself and the 3-1. Hit on the ground, comebacker to Schweitzer. Gloves, flips over to first, and the side is retired. But not before a 2-out, 2-strike solo shot from Ryder Waite leaves the yard and gives Bourne a 1-0 lead. Wareham to swing it for the first time tonight. It'll be with the deficit, R.J. Hamilton, Connor Cuff, and Levi Clark. When we come back here on the Wareham Gatemen Baseball Network.
Hey, it's me, Wizzy. Water Whiz is the ultimate vacation. Huge slides, a not-so-lazy river, and more ways to cool off than you can count. Plan ahead and save. Tickets as low as $39.95. Rally your crew and lock in your date.
For a good piece of glass, call Abby, located at 3 Tyler Avenue in East Wareham. Call Abby Glass and Locks about getting a free quote for your windows, doors, locks, and other glass needs.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
Bottom of the first, and Bourne leads Wareham 1-0. With Dan Shalam, I'm Adam Hipsky. Brandon Shannon gets the start, his 4th of the summer for Bourne, and gets to do so with a little bit of run support.
Certainly does, and Shannon's been one of the better pitchers on this staff overall this season and really looking to set the tone. It's Louisville against Louisville here tonight between Schweitzer and Shannon. On the Cape so far this season, it's been 22 innings pitched for him with a walk ratio of 14 to 26 strikeouts. So he's been very good at getting the K. The ERA is a little bit high, but he's a guy that provides length, and his fastball is dominant. It's going to be the thing that Wareham's going to need to catch up to. Tops out at 99. So some high flame-throwing velo from Shannon today. We'll see how Wareham can handle it.
And throughout this summer, the Gatemen have handled higher velocity arms better than some of those guys that their fastball sits in the upper 80s. And this is how Ryan Smythe brings his lineup to the table in a game number 37 of the summer. R.J. Hamilton, Connor Cuff, and Levi Clark, the minimum in the bottom of the first. Middle of the order, Chase Cruson, Cohen Nicolai, who had the bases clearing RBI double earlier today. Dylan Passo, who currently is on a 5-game hitless skid. And then Carter Groen, A.J. Ashatino, and Henry DeGiorgio. One change. It's Carter Groen in place of Dylan Dubovic. He batted 7th earlier. Carter Groen bats 7th today. The rest of the 8, the exact same. It's a lineup that consists of 5 lefties and 4 righties. It starts with the right-handed hitter, and it's R.J. Hamilton that swings at a first pitch splitter, and the count 0-1. Bourne after the solo home run in the top of the first from Ryder Waite. And the 10th pitch of the at-bat gives Bourne a 1-0 lead. It's first time in the field. The 0-1. High chopper over to second. Ryder Waite, a quick throw, and puts his first baseman in the splits. Ryan Pikatowski digs it out. 1 up, 1 down.
It's like a gymnastics play right there from Pikatowski as he had to get big, keep the leg on the bag. Nice stretch right there.
So Ryder Waite in his 6th start at shortstop of the summer gives Bourne its first out. That's how the Braves look defensively. Justin Osterhaus makes his 5th start of the summer at second base. It's not a super clean outfield. Matt Bolton, Rustin Rigdon, and Luke Costello all with 2+ errors this summer, but the infield has been super clean, and Bryce Eastep catches the balls and strikes for Scotlanders.
Eastep's been really good too. He catches runners 41% of the time, something to be mindful of for the Gatemen.
0-2 now on Connor Cuff, who got back in the hit column with a 1-for-3 day earlier today against Cotuit. Guy that was starting to slide a pitch. 0-2 put in play and now called foul. Mikino Josa throws his arms up a little bit late, but it'll be a no ball, 2-strike count. Our umpiring crew today, on the right side of the infield, Jake Brickta. On the third base side, Ryan Demare. And calling the balls and strikes, Mikino Josa.
Brickta, the only one to stay around, and Demare, I should say. Both those stay on the bases, just flip sides. New home plate umpire, though, too long of a day for Kevin Saxton.
The 0-2 comes home. It's popped up and out of play. A couple of 2-strike pitches fouled up and out by Connor Cuff. Nothing wrong with getting some fresh legs, fresh eyes. Eno Josa, who's been, honestly, a staple here at Spillane, it feels like. All three of these guys have been consistent umpires here in Wareham. As Cuff looks at the first ball of the at-bat. It's an interesting start to the day for Connor Cuff, who was hitless in his first 2 times to the plate. Saw RJ Hamilton for a moment take the lead as the team's batting average leader, but Cuff retook that title with a late single. Up to 295. He puts it on the ground on a couple of hops over to second, and Justin Osterhaus flips onto first, and it's in time. A couple of ground outs to the middle of the infield starts Brandon Shannon's day, and it's 2 up, 2 down in the first.
And it's interesting. Obviously, Wareham put up 7 runs in that first game against Cotuit, but they went 9 up and 9 down to end off that game. That streak is continued here in Game 2 of the doubleheader.
Levi Clark tries to spark a 2-out rally. Called a strike. Fastball at 94 and the count 0-1. Schweitzer in that top of the first. Couple of flyouts and then lost a 10-pitch AB with Riker Waite. Levi Clark trying to give Wareham its first base runner of the day. Fouls it straight back, 0-2. Clark obviously wearing the number 4 today. Dan, have you heard why?
I do know why. Someone got a little bit too excited the other day and was going on too many slides. Forgot about where his belongings were.
We had Water Whiz Day, the local water park. And Levi Clark was too excited that he forgot to take the typical 26 back home.
Left it at the Whiz.
Which we also had a couple of employees from Water Whiz throw out the first pitch. It seems like that might have been something we could have brought to the park and gotten our guy's jersey back, right?
I guess not. He must have just left it out. Maybe there were some Gatemen fans that just took it. I mean, game worn Levi Clark jersey.
What's the saying? Finders keepers, losers weepers.
Unless you're Levi, you just get a new jersey.
Number 4 today and earlier today. 0-2. Down and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Clark was 1 for 2 with an RBI in the win today against Cotuit. That was a 1 o'clock first pitch. Played just 7 innings in the matchup between the Gatemen and Kettleers. This one, though, going the distance. Full 9 innings on tap for you all.
And a late one. Latest one we've had here at Spillane.
It's the latest scheduled start time at 7 o'clock, and then lightning in the area forced it back to a 7:23 first pitch. Clark, watch that one sail over his head, and the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shannon got ahead 0-2, has fired off back-to-back balls. The 2-2. Outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Clark has worked the count full. Tough out right now for Brandon Shannon, trying to go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Shannon, 14 pitches so far, 15th out of the windup. Up and in, ball 4. Nice job by Levi Clark. 7 pitch at bat, and he takes first. And it's Brandon Shannon's 15th walk of the summer, and it puts Wareham base runner on with 2 away.
Just a nice job from Clark of battling back the entire at-bat. Got behind early 0-2, but then Shannon missed 4 straight times, and he doesn't offer at any of them. Really nice job from Clark to work the base on balls.
So Riker Waite won a deep at-bat in the top of the first with 2 outs and nobody on. Levi Clark wins that time, not quite a 10-pitch at-bat, but takes first. And now Chase Cruson also tries to extend the inning. Takes a first pitch fastball up and away. That 4-seamer clocked at 94. And the count 1-0. Cruson 0 for 2 earlier, but had an RBI. Batted 4th and batted in that run technically. That was in the top of the first inning after the Cotuit starter walked and hit batters to load the bases. It was 2 walks and 2 hit by pitches.
It was a mess. That's what it was.
Tyler Brashear did not have the start he would have liked. And Cruson came in with the bases loaded and nobody out, drew the walk, and then Cohen Nicolai followed it up with a bases clearing double. He's on deck right now for Wareham, trying to even this game up at 1 apiece. Clark takes his lead off of first. Shannon's 1-1. Outside. Another fastball at 94. 2 balls and 1 strike on Chase Cruson, who started his season with 4 hits in his first 5 games. Since then, 0 for 10. Hitless in his last 5. The 2-1. Rope off the glove of Piketowski into right field. Clark takes a look at third, retreats back to second, but a sharply hit ball off the bat of Chase Cruson puts 2 on with 2 away in the bottom of the first.
That thing was smoked right there. Just bounces off of Piketowski's glove. He can't come up with it. Trickles into the outfield. Big spot here for Cohen Nicolai. He delivered in the first inning. And the Cotuit game looking to do so again here.
We'll await the official score. That's a hit or an error on Piketowski. Does go down as a single. Hard not to. That ball was hit on a frozen rope. So 2 on and 2 away for Cohen Nicolai, the catcher on his way to Oregon State. Shannon sets and from the stretch. Slider breaks in at the zone and it's called a strike, 0-1. Nicolai, we've talked to him, Dan. He likes guys that throw harder. As the velocity comes in, he likes sending it right back out. He's got his match. Brandon Shannon as the 0-1 gets away from E-step, rolls all the way to the backstop, and an easy 90 feet for Clark and Cruson. 2 in scoring position and a 1-1 count in the bottom of the first.
Prime RBI opportunity, and you mentioned it. Nicolai's got plenty of pop and power in that bat. If he can get back to ball on one of those mid to high 90-mile-per-hour fastballs, might be out of the yard.
5 home runs this summer for Nicolai. Has been an extra base machine. 1-1 outside, 2-1 the count. Picked up RBIs number 19, 20, and 21. Can add to that total with a base hit here. 2-1 with 2 away. E-step sets up inside, and the pitch from Shannon is inside, clips the zone, another slider, bends at the knees, and the count evens at 2-2. Those are the 2 pitches that Nicolai has looked at. Sliders that start inside, break into the zone. See what Shannon goes to here. 2-2. Bounce straight back. Nicolai stays alive in a 2-2 count. Batting 200, hitting 5th in the Wareham lineup, just like he was earlier today. 2-2 from Shannon. Cut on and missed. Strike three. Shannon gets his first punch out of the day. Wareham strands 2 on 1 hit, no runs, no errors in the field. We head to the second. It's Bourne 1, Wareham nothing.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Top of the second inning, Jake Schweitzer back to work for Wareham after a solo home run in the first inning from Ryder Waite, trying to give Wareham a 2-0 day after that dominant 7-1 performance earlier this afternoon, Dan.
It was a big one. Wareham needed it badly, and they got the massive win to bump them ever so close to the playoffs. Got the job done, really, in the first 3 innings of the game. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. That was all Wareham needed. Held on to the very end. It was just a dominant offensive showing against a struggling Ketts team.
Wareham plated 4 runs in the first inning earlier today. Scoreless in the first in this one. Braves have a 1-0 lead, set to send the 5, 6, 7 hitters to the plate. It starts with the switch hitting Berkeley Mejia, a designated hitter after catching earlier today for the Braves. That's from the left side, and Schweitzer deals a first pitch ball outside. Followed by Justin Osterhaus and Austin Hawk. Bourne trying to add to its lead. 2 flyouts and a ground out in the first. The 1-0. Roped into right center field. Growing on the move. Mejia takes the turn. He's on his way to second. Into DeGiorgio, and he misses the cutoff. It rolls all the way to second. And Berkeley Mejia has a leadoff double. Just the second pitch of the inning. It's extra bases, his 3rd double of the summer.
Schweitzer missed with that spot, left it in the wheelhouse of Mejia. He just extends, shoots it into the gap, does a really nice job growing. Probably was never going to get him, even if he hit the cutoff man. Berkeley Mejia setting the tone here in the top of the second.
Mejia even started to stumble, making the turn from first to second. Didn't matter, though. Brings up Justin Osterhaus, the second baseman in his 8th game of the summer. Another left-handed hitter who puts it in play right up the middle, through for a base hit. Mejia had to hold up. He gets the stop sign at third. Cruson comes up throwing. Runners on the corners and nobody out. 3 pitches and 2 hits for the Bourne Braves offense.
Certainly not what you want to see if you're Ryan Smythe and company in the dugout. Schweitzer getting knocked around more than really we've ever seen the entire summer here through an inning plus. And you're hoping he can just minimize the damage. Double plays in order. You would trade that. 2 outs for a run at this stage.
Schweitzer has already allowed 3 hits as he's set to battle against Austin Hawk, the third baseman from Wake Forest. Last time Schweitzer led up 3 hits in an outing, June 26th, and he pitched 3 innings. Got the win in that. Allowed 3 hits, but no runs came across. Most hits he's allowed was on June 18th, his second appearance of the summer. Surrendered 4 hits, gave up 3 runs, all 3 earned. The 1-0. Grounded left side. Cuff goes to second for one. Mejia stays put at third, and Wareham turns a double play. Can't ask for much more if you are Jake Schweitzer. 6-4-3. Gatemen spin it, and now just one out away from stranding this early threat from the Braves.
It's kind of a base running blunder right there. Maybe it should be on the move there with the double play. But Jake Schweitzer and Wareham catch a lucky break.
Needs to retire Ryan Piketowski, first baseman from West Virginia. In his second game of the summer, loads up and takes. Doesn't matter. First pitch called a strike on the bottom third. Piketowski was 1 for 4 so far this summer. The 0-1 from Schweitzer. Slider dances across the zone. On the outside edge, it's called a strike. Schweitzer 1 strike away after giving up a leadoff double and a single that put runners on the corners with nobody out. The 0-2. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Jake Schweitzer with a little bit of help from his defense. Gatemen turn a double play and send just 4 to the plate in the second inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors in the field, and 1 runner left on. Wareham tries to bottle some of that momentum. Bottom of the second next here on Cape League TV.
Every child deserves the basics. Gifts to Give is making that happen, and you can help. Volunteer, donate, or shop their thrift store Saturdays. Visit giftstogive.org and make a difference today.
The Wareham-based AD Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is North America's largest cranberry grower and a recognized leader in environmentally responsible real estate development and land stewardship. For 172 years, AD Makepeace Company has supported community events and organizations like your Wareham Gatemen. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights. Be prepared and contact Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP also have offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkmlaw.com.
Bourne in front of Wareham, 1-0 as we've hit the bottom of the second at Spillane Field. It's the 6-7-8 hitters due up for the Gatemen against the starter Brandon Shannon. Started his day 2 up, 2 down, and then worked a walk and a single, but retired the side with 2 in scoring position. And now it's lefty, righty, lefty. Dylan Passo, the first baseman on his way to Wake Forest, leads things off. The first pitch from Shannon. Healthy fastball, 93 miles an hour. That's waved at and missed. Passo in his 8th game of the summer. It's Brandon Shannon who makes his 8th appearance with Bourne. Count evens at 1-1. Brandon Shannon's been around all summer, though, for Scott Landers. Passo, just a recent addition. The 1-1. Up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Passo 0 for his last 10 after recording hits in each of his first 2 games. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 94-mile-an-hour fastball up and away. Passo level in the count, 2-2. Pitch out of the windup. Inside. Another fastball. Count runs full. Passo, same spot in the lineup as earlier today in the 7-1 win over Cotuit. He was 0 for 2, drew a walk. 3-2. Bottom third, called strike 3. Passo didn't agree. He flipped his bat to the on-deck circle. And the first baseman is down on strikes, back-to-back punch-outs dating back to the first inning for Brandon Shannon, and there's one away in the second.
Just does a nice job, and Paso was kind of caught off guard there because where Shannon had done most of the work in that at-bat was the top part of the zone. He went down low there, and Paso wasn't ready for it.
Brings up Carter Groen, the right fielder, on his way to pit. Looks at a first pitch slider. That moves away from him at 87 miles an hour. Commit from LaSalle out of the transfer portal, being the Explorers' RBI leader, and also set the single-season RBI record with 72 driven in. Batted .338 so far this summer. Playing in his 10th game. Batting .194. 1-1. Painted on the outside corner. Groen made his debut against Bourne back on July 3rd. That was the first time these two sides met. 5 games in 28 days against the Braves. Now one gets away from E-Step. Doesn't matter, though. Nobody on, and the count evens at 2-2.
That's been a place where Shannon has really missed a lot. In this game, pulled a few just into that left-handed batter's box.
2-2. Cut on and missed. 3 straight strikeouts for Brandon Shannon. That's now 3 games in a row with the strikeout for Carter Groen. 2 away.
And Shannon getting into a groove here. Like you mentioned, 3 outs, all by way of the K.
A.J. Ashatino, the third baseman from Northeastern, steps in. Another left-handed hitter. Shannon started his first 2 up, 2 down. Trying to cap it off with a clean frame in the second. Gets a swing and miss. A first pitch slider, 81 miles an hour. Ashatino coming off his first hitless game of the summer. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Ashatino still in just his 4th game here today, though. Singled in each of his first 2 games with the Gatemen. Took 5 days off and then had an 0-for-3 outing against Cotuit. He's down on 3 pitches, 4 straight strikeouts for Brandon Shannon as he strikes out the side and protects that 1-0 lead for Bourne. Through 2 innings, it's the Braves 1, Gatemen 0 here on the home of Gatemen Baseball.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Top of the 3rd, Bourne leads Wareham 1-0. Jake Schweitzer back to work for his 3rd inning. His first start of the summer, still on that first trip through the order. It's 9-1-2 due up for the Braves. Bryce Eastep, Matt Bolton, and Rustin Rigdon E-step the catcher, that's batting just 114. As Schweitzer tries to keep this lead at just 1 for the Braves. Needs some help from his offense. Wareham just went down on strikes each of its 3 batters in the second inning. Schweitzer, despite being a guy that has pitched exclusively out of the bullpen, can be stretched out. His first pitch of the inning is a strike down the middle, and the count 0-1. Schweitzer's last 3 appearances, 3 1/3, 4 innings, and another 4-inning outing. Trying to get through this 3rd inning. Outside, and the count 1-1. It's interesting because Schweitzer has typically been a guy that piggybacks off of Sahil Patel's start. And now Schweitzer trying to set the table for the rest of the Wareham bullpen. Even with the chance to gain some serious ground and move in as the team to beat for that final spot. 2-1. Called a strike. Well-placed pitch from Schweitzer. With a Wareham win and a Cotuit loss, the Gatemen would have that 4th spot in the West Division. Schweitzer's 2-2. Nasty wipeout slider. Bends into the zone for a called strike 3. Second punch out of the day for Jake Schweitzer, and that's how he caps off his first time through this Bourne lineup. 1 up, 1 down in the 3rd.
Really nice job just getting the leadoff man. An E-step there, goes to the slider, paints it perfectly on the outer half as it tails in. And we'll see how he does here against the lineup once again. Second trip.
Matt Bolton, the left fielder, digs in now from the left side. Takes inside, nearly gets a piece of him. And the count 1-0. Bolton, the outfielder from Binghamton. Batting average of 300 plus in each of his first 2 seasons at the college level. 1-0 outside. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. Was a first teamer in the America East. The only position player as a freshman to be named to that team. Schweitzer starts to battle back. Clips the zone on the outside corner. Counts 2-1. Bolton with a fly out to center field to start this game in the 1st inning. Downstairs, he gets ahead in the count 3-1. It's interesting, Dan, because when you talk about offenses, Bourne's usually runs per game and batting average go hand in hand, at least in proximity to the rest of the teams in the Cape League. Bourne's an exception. Leads the Cape League in batting average. As a team, they swing it at a .249 clip, but 4th in the Cape League in runs per game, with just under 5.
Situational hitting. It's been a struggle for Bourne and for the Gatemen.
Full count for Bolton. And he flies it out into center field. Long run for Hamilton. And he slows up, makes the catch on the move for the 2nd out.
Nice job there from Schweitzer, battling in a full count. Gets the fly out into left field. Really hoping for him to get through it. Cotuit has taken a 2-0 lead in the top of the 5th. And Wareham kind of in the danger zone now, because if Cotuit wins that game and Wareham loses, you're back to square one with where you started today.
That would mean you have 2 games to chase with only 3 to play. Brings up Rustin Rigdon. First pitch up and away for ball 1. Wareham has 1 game tomorrow against Falmouth before a doubleheader on the final day of the regular season. Cotuit also with just one game tomorrow on the road at Hyannis. Rigdon looks at strike one.
You also wonder, too, with Schweitzer getting near 45 pitches, how long does he stay in? Does Ryan Smythe imagine him pitching on Sunday? Are you going to use him again before the potential postseason?
1-1 cut on and miss. And I think any coach you ask, you got to get to the postseason first, and that means using your higher leverage guys. You saw it earlier with Sahil Patel, went 80 pitches in the start to make sure Wareham could secure the win over Cotuit. Would expect the same for Schweitzer. Go until the wheels come off. The 1-2. Called strike three. Third strikeout of the game for Jake Schweitzer. Caps off his first 1-2-3 frame. Keeps the deficit at just one as we head to the bottom of the third. 9-1-2 due up for the Gatemen on the other side of this short break.
Hey Gatemen fans, give it up for a hometown MVP, Harvey Waste and Recycling. Just like the Gatemen clean up on the field, Harvey keeps our communities clean every day. Big hits, clean streets, and reliable service you can count on. Now that's a winning team. Visit elharveynewbedford.com or call 508-995-0544. Harvey New Bedford, keeping Wareham game ready all season long.
Searching for a golf cart, street legal low-speed vehicle, or utility vehicle? Come visit C2 Vehicles in Wareham or online at c2vehicles.com. Trusted across the South Coast, Cape and Island since 1978, C2 Vehicles has the ride for work, play, and everything in between. Broken PS5 or Xbox? A-Plus Repair specializes in all repairs, including game consoles, computers, smartphones, and tablets. Walk-ins are welcome, and most repairs are done in less than an hour. 508-962-2394 or aplusrepairs.net for more info.
Reed Custom Soils, a subsidiary of the AD Makepeace Company, is New England's most experienced precision soil blender. Reed is the leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installation, stabilized stone dust for nature paths and pedestrian walkways, bioretention and rain garden soils, and specialized soils for athletic fields, including your Spillane Field. To learn more, visit reedcustomsoils.com.
Brandon Shannon back to work for Bourne with a 1-0 lead as we've hit the bottom of the third here in Wareham. It's 9-1-2 due up for the Gatemen. Henry DeGiorgio, RJ Hamilton, and Connor Cuff the minimum. Lefty, righty, lefty. Shannon's looked good, Dan. 4 straight strikeouts, and he capped it off with a 95-mile-an-hour heater that got A.J. Ashatino to swing and miss at 3 straight pitches.
He was dominant down the stretch. Faces DeGiorgio and Hamilton and Cuff, 2 guys he got with a ground out back in the first. So we'll see what he can do here. He sat down 4 in a row, all by way of the K.
Inning starts with DeGiorgio. Bourne starts to play a little bit of a shift. Third baseman Austin Hawk comes in on the infield grass. First pitch to DeGiorgio is a fastball inside at 94. See it right there. Expecting the pull from DeGiorgio. Osterhaus and Pikatowski deep on the right side. And at the hands, DeGiorgio holds in the count 2-0. Last batter that Brandon Shannon has yet to face in this Wareham order. It's the 2-0. Outer third, called a strike. Bourne looking for a split in its pair of games today. Wareham trying to go for a 2-game sweep. The 2-1. Jammed, shallow center field. Rigdon tracking, he's under it, and the first out is made. Fly out to center field, and there's 1 out. 5 straight hitters retired for Brandon Shannon.
He's really gotten to a groove over the last couple of innings. Started in the first, continuing here in the third. We'll see how he does against the order here for the second time.
It's RJ Hamilton grounded out to the shortstop Ryder Waite to start this game in the first. Shannon's windup. Skips in the dirt. Went to the slider at 82. Gets away from E-step, but no threat on the bases for the Gatemen. It's not been a pretty season for Wareham against Bourne. 1-3 on the season series. Got on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wareham actually took the first game of the 4 prior ones. It was a 7-5 win back on July 3rd. Since then, Braves with a 4-3 win, a 10-2 win, and a 7-2 victory. That one exactly 2 weeks ago. Hamilton looks at ball 2. The 5th and final time that these two sides will go at it this season. After tonight, Wareham with just 3 games to go. 2 days to play it, the 2-1. Hamilton gets a piece of it, and the count evens at 2-2.
I was talking to a couple of people who have been around the Cape League for a long time. No one can imagine a season ending with 5 games in 3 days with 2 double headers mixed in there. This is really an unprecedented finish.
It's pretty much the norm for every team across the Cape right now. 2-2 slider outside, a tough take for Hamilton. It's swept across the zone, but the count runs full. Wareham with just 1 hit. It's first time through the order against Brandon Shannon. The payoff, ground ball left side and foul. So Hamilton stays alive. Wareham put a little bit of a threat together in the first inning. At 2 in scoring position. Cohen Nikolai's strikeout ended that threat. It was the start of 4 straight punch-outs for Brandon Shannon. Hunting for his 5th against Hamilton. Another 3-2. Another one fouled away. Hamilton spoils 2, and now an 8-pitch at-bat coming between Brandon Shannon and R.J. Hamilton. As Falmouth gets 1 back against Cotuit, Kettleers still with the edge through 5 at Gov Fuller Field. Wareham and Cotuit squared at 24 points. Another 3-2 to Hamilton. Put on the ground over to the left side. Waite has to rush his throw. It pulls Pikatowski off the bag, and it gets away. Hamilton not worried, though. He's content with 1, but Wareham has its first base runner of the inning. We'll await the official scoring ruling. But Riker Waite with a throw that was hustled, to say the least, and it was off target.
I think Hamilton was going to beat out that throw regardless. It was a tough play for Waite. Going crossbody on the backhand. Hamilton was so speedy out of the box, it does go down as a single.
1-out single for R.J. Hamilton. Had a 2-hit day against Cotuit earlier this afternoon. Shannon steps off as Hamilton dances off the bag at first. Being held on by Pikatowski. First pitch to Connor Cuff. Hamilton got about a quarter of the way between first and second before putting on the brakes. Trying to get a feel for the timing of Brandon Shannon.
Saw the same thing in the first game as well when he was on board.
Did it when he was on first, as well when he was on second. 1-0 put on the ground, right side, and just foul. Pikatowski had a step on it, but Cuff now in a 1-1 count. The shortstop from southeastern Louisiana, 1 for 3 earlier today against Cotuit, 0 for 1 in this one against the Braves. With the ground out to the second baseman, Osterhaus. Big hole on the left side, on the right side rather, for the left-handed Cuff. Throw over to first, Hamilton back standing. Have to respect the speed of R.J. Hamilton. 13 stolen bases on 15 attempts. Swiped 1 earlier today against Cotuit. Another throw over, and it gets away from Pikatowski. Long run for the first baseman. Hamilton takes second easily, takes a peek at third, and walks back to second. Quick snap throw from Brandon Shannon. Pikatowski had no chance of handling it. That's the kind of havoc that RJ Hamilton can wreak on the bases.
Should go down as an error by Shannon, and it does officially. Just sailed it into foul ground. See if Wareham can take advantage of it.
It's a 1-1 count on Connor Cuff. Second error of the season for Brandon Shannon. The 1-1. Fouled away, and the count 1-2. The only downside for Connor Cuff is with Hamilton moved over to second, Pikatowski doesn't have to hold Hamilton on, and that massive hole between first and second no longer there. The base hit here can tie this game up at 1. Shannon has leverage, but he doesn't take it. He turns and throws to second. The only scoring today, a solo home run in the first inning from Ryder Waite. The 1-2. Slow roller over to first. Pikatowski gloves easily, goes to first. And Cuff didn't bother running out of the box. Hamilton over to third.
I think he's arguing that it was a foul ball.
And Mike Hinojosa calls for time. And the call is confirmed, and Ryan Smythe takes a walk out of the dugout to hear Hinojosa out.
I didn't see anything abnormal on that one. Just looked like a ground out over to first.
We put a runner on third with 2 away, and Levi Clark set to come to the plate. And Ryan Smythe asks for a conference. He gets it. Ryan DeMere and Jake Brickta jog in from the left and right side. And the 3 go over it. We continue to look at the replay, but Dan, we don't see anything different.
Trying to argue that it hit off of Cuff's foot. Again, I didn't see anything that would overturn this. Seems like a pretty quick meeting, and they're going to uphold the call of out.
Excellent job by our replay operator, Joey Marinello, making sure all of the angles captured to confirm the call. And Connor Cuff is out. So Levi Clark with a chance to extend the inning and tie this game at 1 apiece. Brandon Shannon trying to toss his third 0 of the game. It hasn't come easy, though. 55 pitches already for the right-handed starter, who's into his delivery. First pitch to Clark, almost gets a piece of him. 93-mile-an-hour fastball wouldn't feel too good.
Certainly not.
One ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, no strikes for Levi Clark, with Hamilton walking off the base at third. In the peripheral of Brandon Shannon. Comes home. Slider downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Clark did work a walk in the first inning. It's the best at-bat we've seen from a Gatemen hitter against Shannon. 7 pitches after being behind 0-2. And Smythe asking for a balk from Brandon Shannon. And that's a big call with RJ Hamilton on third.
Didn't call it initially.
And for the second time this inning, Ryan Smythe out to hear from Mike Hinojosa. Here it was from Shannon.
And I think it was for him coming set on this next pitch.
And that's what Hamilton can do. We talked about him being in the peripheral. When he starts to move on and off of third, make Shannon think about it. Sometimes a quick twitch can be the difference there. So it'll be 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs. Shannon readies and comes home. Checks his swing. He did not. Jake Brickta moves the count to 3-0. Shannon put 2 on in the first. Struck out the side in the second. Trying to work around a 1-out single. Green light on the 3-0 from Levi Clark. A little bit of a surprise.
Definitely interesting, especially with 2 outs, and you kind of just want to pass the baton, keep this line moving, allow Shannon back into this at-bat.
Chase Cruson on deck. Wareham hoping to get to him in this inning. Still a hitter's advantage. The 3-1 downstairs ball. 4-5 pitch walk to Levi Clark. Second one issued of the day off the right hand of Brandon Shannon, and the second one to Levi Clark.
And it's been a lot of pitches for Shannon. That was 60 right there on the walk through 2 2/3. Going against Cruson, a guy who roped one over to first for a single back in the first inning.
Clark, not much of a base stealing threat here, but with runners on the corners in this situation, wouldn't be surprised to see him take off for second. Wareham start to fiddle around with a double steal. Cruson singled his first time up out of the windup. Out straight back. Fastball at 94, and the count's 0-1. Cruson had an RBI in game 1 of the day, but it was a walk with the bases loaded. Batting 179 after the single in the first. Was Wareham's most dangerous threat of the day. Clark on the move, the 0-1 outside corner. No throw down from E-step.
No need right there either. Focus on what's in front of you with Cruson. And interestingly enough, back-to-back games with a stolen base now for Levi Clark.
Shannon's got the upper hand. The 0-2 spikes in the dirt. Hamilton takes off, and Wareham has tied the game. Ball kicks off the leg of Bryce Estep. Clark over to third, and Wareham situational base running. They capitalize. It's Gatemen 1, Braves 1 in the bottom of the third.
And a chance really to take the lead now. You knew that Shannon had missed on that outside part a few times. That one just gets far enough away from E-step. Hamilton was ready to go. That's good base running.
1-2, 2 outs. Pitch from Shannon. Cut on and miss, strike 3, but Wareham gets one right back with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Hamilton takes home on a passed ball, and the Gatemen and Braves are knotted up at 1 through 3 innings, and it gives us a chance to touch base with the third member of our crew, and that's CeCe Gabriel, with a playoff picture looming with just 4 games to go.
After the rain has affected 3 games this week, Gateman manager Ryan Smythe told me it has been a roller coaster of emotions. Now, nonetheless, the Gatemen have pushed through them and rose above them, capturing a 7-1 victory over the Cotuit Kettleers earlier today, putting them one step closer to a complete playoff picture. Now, Smythe did say to me that the win was big for today, but it's not going to mean anything if his team does not push through and finish strong. It's going to be back and forth between the Gatemen and Cotuit over the next couple of days, but the pressure is on. And Smythe looked out at his dugout during the rain delay and smiled to himself, looking at his team saying, this is what I love to see, a team that was energized. They're laughing, they're smiling, they're enjoying themselves, and throughout the game they're saying, find a way to win, fight. They're gritty, they're getting it going, they're in their final push of the regular season. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, CeCe. Great to hear from you, by the way. We haven't talked to you in about a week's time. Glad to have you back for this final stretch of games. 1-1 after 3 innings here at Spillane Field between the Gatemen and the Braves in a pivotal matchup. Jake Schweitzer out for his 4th inning of work. Let up a run in the first off a solo shot from Ryder Waite. He will start off this 4th inning. It was a 10-pitch at-bat for him, worked the count full, and then smacked a fastball into deep right field. You see it right here. You knew it off the bat. Got all of it. Sent it out for a 360-foot bomb.
And it gave Bourne a little bit of offense with 2 outs in the 1st inning. Right now, that's really all the Braves have mustered against Jake Schweitzer. But ultimately, that can be the difference in a ball game. Wareham got one back, though. And now tied at 1, heading to the 4th.
So Waite, Costello, and Berkeley Mabius. 2 of 3 reached against Schweitzer the first time. See how they do here. First pitch here in this 4th, way outside, 4-1. No movement in the Wareham bullpen as Schweitzer enters this 4th inning. He's tossed now 46 pitches. See how much he has in the tank and how far Ryan Smythe wants to ride him. The 1-0. Misses outside, 4-2. What a day it's been for Ryder Waite as well. 2 home runs, 1 in the first game against Hyannis, 1 here today, so 2 solo shots. And just his 6th and 7th games of the season for Bourne. The 2-0 catches the top part of the zone for strike 1. Two-1 offering, high and away, 4-3. A big 3-1 pitch here to the 3-hole hitter, Ryder Waite. He pokes it away. The count stays 3-2 strikes. With Schweitzer battling, trying to get the first out here in the 4th after his offense put up a run in the bottom of the 3rd to tie up this game at 1. Here's the payoff. Slaps it to the third base side foul. This at-bat eerily similar to that first one where Waite went yard.
It was such a battle, and Schweitzer had him at 1-2. But 4 foul balls, 10th pitch of the at-bat. Waite finally got one. The patience paid dividends. Supplied Bourne's lone run.
The payoff. Misses on the outside part of the plate. Schweitzer issues his first walk of the day, comes here in the 4th, and Bourne has the leadoff hitter aboard.
It's a tough one, but that's what Ryder Waite does. Such a tough out to get. Has seen 17 pitches from Jake Schweitzer alone. And for a guy that's thrown 51 in this game, Dan, that's a third of his pitches in this ballgame have been to Ryder Waite.
That's crazy to think about. Bryce Turner starting to stretch out there in the Wareham bullpen. Getting a little bit loose. See if it's him, maybe someone else to come into this game when it's the end of the line.
Bryce Turner was slotted in as a possible starting pitcher, but after the couple of rainouts, kind of washed everything away, and now just all hands on deck.
Sure is. Now it's Luke Costello at the plate. The cleanup man looks at strike 1 from Schweitzer. Grounded out back to him in the first inning. Waite someone to watch over there at first. In just 6 games so far with Bourne, he has 2 stolen bags on 3 attempts. Schweitzer fires the 0-1. Waite on the move. Here's the throw down from Nikolai. It's a bouncer. Beats him to the bag, and he is out. Waite caught stealing over there at second. Schweitzer gets some help from Cohen Nikolai. The 5th time this season he's caught a runner stealing, and there's 1 down.
And Nikolai's throw almost got a piece of Schweitzer. The pitcher didn't do a great job avoiding the ball, but Nikolai puts it on the money and takes Ryder Waite off the bases.
So now the bases clear in a 0-2 strike count. Here's the pitch, and Costello just gets a piece. You wonder how far Ryan Smythe is going to let Schweitzer go in this game. Nearing 60 pitches, that was 55. And you wonder if he's going to be able to pitch again before the postseason on Sunday. Those games are going to matter in whatever position Wareham is at. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Gets Costello for the strikeout. Fourth for Jake Schweitzer, 2 down.
He's starting to get better, it feels like, as this game's gone on. Since that 6-4-3 double play in the second inning, he's really only issued that 1 walk. Got some help from Nikolai. Wareham trying to continue to stifle this Bourne offense and give its offense a chance at 1-1 game.
It'll be Berkeley Mabius, the designated hitter, who bats switch, this time from the left side. First pitch to him. Misses on the outside part of the plate for ball 1. Mabius hit a double to start off the second. Justin Osterhaus followed it up with a single before Bourne spun that 6-4-3 double play that Adam was just talking about. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball up the middle, and it's out. Past the outstretched glove of DeGiorgio into center field. That's a 2-out base knock for Berkeley Mabius, his second base hit of the day.
I think you're okay with that. If for Jake Schweitzer. Just goes to show how important Cohen Nikolai's play was to catch Riker Waite stealing. Riker Waite is safe. With 2 outs, a single up the middle could absolutely score the runner and give Bourne a 2-1 lead.
Now it's Justin Osterhaus with Mabius over at first. Osterhaus singled off of Schweitzer in the second. Fights away the first pitch for strike 1. Bourne wanting this game badly. They're only up by a singular point on Hyannis for the West Division crown. The Harbor Hawks steadily ahead of Harwich right now, 6-0 in the later stages of the game at McKeon Park. And obviously Wareham and Cotuit tied there at the bottom. This game with huge implications all around. 0-1 pitch as Osterhaus squared to bunt. It's a called strike. He's down 0-2. Schweitzer looking for 4 innings of 1-run ball as he's set to deal his 61st pitch. Getting up there, but has looked sharp. Toes the slab. Comes home with the 0-2. Ground ball to the right side. DeGiorgio fields, throws to first, and plenty of time for out number 3. Nothing comes of the leadoff walk thanks to Cohen Nikolai's throw, and then Schweitzer deals with the 2-out single from Berkeley Mabius. After 3.5 here in Wareham, we're tied at 1 between Bourne and Cotuit. Bourne and Wareham. Thinking about Cotuit. Got the Kettleers on the brain here on Cape League TV.
Get your merch at the Wareham Gatemen website and click shop to view our latest merch drops. The 2026 Gatemen Kids Clinic registration is live and open. Starting next week, kids will have the chance to be taught by Gatemen coaches and players. For more information, visit the Wareham Gatemen website for dates, times, prices, and opportunities for your kids to have the most memorable week of their summer.
We've hit the bottom half of the 4th here at Spillane Field. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky. We take a look at that Cotuit and Falmouth game. Those two teams tied up at 3 now in the bottom half of the 6th. The Kettleers led that one 3-1, so everything to play for here for Wareham. Same thing with Cotuit. The offense looks to get going here in this bottom of the 4th. Scored a run in that 3rd, and they will have the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming to the plate still against the starter, Brandon Shannon.
Our graphics operator, Sydney Ryder, is all over it Cotuit and Wareham knotted up at 24 points. And that game has started to pick up a little bit of steam offensively. Scoreless through the first 4 innings, and now a 3-3 game. Cotuit's thrown a couple of punches. Falmouth has struck right back, similar to what we have in this one. A little bit of a slower start, but still both teams trading blows.
Going to Clyde at the plate, struck out in his first plate appearance. Checks his swing there for strike 1. In that 3rd inning, Shannon got to Giorgio to fly out to start off for the first out before R.J. Hamilton singled. Connor Cuff grounded out. That bumped him over to 3rd. And then Levi Clark worked a walk, and then he scored on a wild pitch. Ground ball this time over to the second baseman, Osterhaus. He can't field it. Bounces off his glove into right field, and the leadoff hitter is aboard for Wareham.
It was hit hard by Nikolai, but that should probably be an error on Osterhaus.
Waiting to see how it is scored. It is an error on Osterhaus, his first of the season.
For Wareham, you'll take all the base runners you can get, though. Just 2 hits so far against Brandon Shannon. Take them where they come.
And now Dylan Passo. These next 3 hitters, Shannon got all on the strikeout to work a 1-2-3 second, but this time he skies the first pitch over the head of Estep. Nikolai moves up to second easily. And an early runner into scoring position.
And we'll see if fatigue starts to become a factor for Brandon Shannon. That last one, his 67th pitch of the day, and a little bit of activity in the Bourne bullpen.
Someone is throwing out there behind the right field wall. Passo trying to drive Nikolai home. An error and wild pitch has him over at second. Passo squares to bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch misses high for ball 2.
I don't mind it here. Dylan Passo hasn't really found a rhythm at the plate lately. And in a game where it feels like runs will be at a premium, Wareham going to go to a lot of its top arms, I don't mind manufacturing a little bit of offense, making Shannon pitch to you.
Passo not squaring to bunt this time, hits a deep fly ball into left field. Chasing is Rigdon. He can't make the play. Bounces in front of him. Nikolai hits second, going all the way to 3rd, rounding and hitting home. Passo chugging to 3rd. He is out. A run does score on the play. It's an RBI double, but Ryan Smythe is heated after that call.
Oh, he doesn't like it one bit. The entire Gatemen dugout was up in arms, and they thought Passo had absolutely just legged out an extra base hit, and now Smythe continues to give an earful to Jake Brichta.
He screamed in his face, and then Brichta ran all the way back to 1st. The field manager for Bourne, Scott Landers, out of the dugout. The bases are clear. Nikolai comes in to score. It's a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Gatemen. Seems like it might be the end of the line here for Brandon Shannon. Landers onto the bump to talk it over. As we see it there, hand was on the base, tag was applied. Brichta was right in front of it. He had as good of a look as possible right there.
That's a tough one.
Shannon out of the game. First, Alyssa Watling intuitive pitching change comes here in the 4th. It's Owen Hancock, the righty from Ole Miss, on for Bourne when we come back here on Cape League TV.
Hey, it's me, Wizzy. Water Whiz is the ultimate vacation. Huge slides, a not-so-lazy river, and more ways to cool off than you can count. Plan ahead and save. Tickets as low as $39.95. Rally your crew and lock in your date.
For a good piece of glass, call Abby, located at 3 Tyler Avenue in East Wareham. Call Abby Glass and Locks about getting a free quote for your windows, doors, locks, and other glass needs.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
We talked about it just before the break. It is the righty Owen Hancock on in relief of Brandon Shannon in a 2-1 ball game with the bases clear and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, on the bright side for Bourne and for Hancock, he gets to come into the game with the bases empty, but after the RBI double from Dylan Passo, the Gatemen have a 2-1 lead. So enter Owen Hancock, a 6'5", 205-pound righty who just finished his sophomore season with the Ole Miss Rebels. Made 9 appearances, pitched to a 3.77 ERA across 14 1/3 innings. Gave up 12 hits, 10 walks, and 19 strikeouts. So nearly double the punch-outs. And now here today for Bourne, he possesses a 2-pitch mix. It's fastball and a cutter. Fastball at about 60%, cutter at 40%. So Wareham has a chance to sit on a couple of pitches, but 2 offerings that are not easy to hit.
You can close the book on Brandon Shannon's day. He goes 3 1/3. 3 hits given up, 2 runs, only 1 of those earned as Nikolai reached on an error in this inning. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Wasn't the best, but enough to keep Bourne in this game by every stretch of the mean. It's just 2-1. The bases are clear as Carter Groen steps to the plate. Officially scored for Passo as an RBI double. He gets cut down at third, trying to extend it into a triple. His first extra base hit of the season. Second RBI breaks an 0 for 11 mark for him. Now Groen ready to go against the new arm. Here's the first pitch. Big cut and a miss on the fastball for strike 1. Groen struck out to Shannon back in the second. The 0-1. Another swing and a miss. For strike 2. Groen in an early hole. Did not play in the first game of this doubleheader. Last played against Chatham. Went 0 for 2 in that game. Pair of walks as the 0-2 pitch in the dirt from Hancock. It's all fastball, like Adam mentioned. There's really no off-speed. The cutter is classified as an off-speed pitch, but it's really just a variation of the fastball. 1-2. Slap to the first base side, foul. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes on Groen. Wareham taking the lead here in this bottom of the 4th. Have scored runs in back-to-back innings. Bourne with a lone run coming in the first off a home run from Ryder Waite. Here's the 1-2. Groen gets a piece, taps it into E-Step, who's hobbling around at home plate. Caught him pretty good there. He's just taking a second. Wareham trying to pull off this doubleheader sweep, and what a sweep it would be starting the day off with that win over Cotuit. 7-1. Currently lead Bourne 2-1. Lots of time left in this game, though. We're only in the 4th inning, have a full 5 left to play. That first game against Bourne was a 7-inning game. Both teams agreed to that pregame. As Hancock ready, here's the 1-2 pitch. He spikes it all the way to the backstop. Count draws to 2 balls and 2 strikes on the right fielder. He's batting 194 coming into this game, that over 12 appearances.
I think right now with a new arm into the game, patience is key. Seeing a ton of pitches.
The 2-2. Rowan checked his swing for a second, holds back, runs the count full.
Even if it's one that you want to swing at that might be a borderline strike, give your guys a chance to look at these pitches from Owen Hancock. AJ Ashatino on deck, Henry DeGiorgio in the hole. Talking to hitting coach Casey DeMello.
Payoff. High fly ball into left field. It will be the left fielder Bolton to make the play. And there's 2 down. Hancock gets the first batter he faces here in the bottom of the 4th.
Even with an 8-pitch at bat, despite a flyout from Carter Groen, I chalk that one up as a win. You give AJ Ashatino a chance to see multiple pitches.
Ashatino went down on 3 pitches back in the second inning in what was a dominant one from Brandon Shannon. Struck out the side 1-2-3. First pitch here to Ashatino. Spikes and hits Hinojosa in the mask. The two settle for a second, and Hinojosa ready to get back behind the plate. One-0 to Ashatino. Misses upstairs for ball 2. Ashatino. This is 5th game of the season. Started over at third in the first game of this doubleheader. And the last game for him was his first without a hit. 2-0. Flown just behind the plate for strike 1. Hancock trying to hold this game at just 2-1. Bottom of the order coming for Wareham. Or for Bourne against the Wareham starter, Jake Schweitzer. If he is to go out for a 5th inning of work, that'll be the question for Ryan Smythe. 2-1. Catches the bottom part for strike 2. Nobody warming right now in the Wareham bullpen.
Yeah, it certainly feels like it'll be another inning for Jake Schweitzer, at least to start. Saw Bryce Turner up at one point. Nolan Foster also up and moving around.
2-2. Just misses on the outside part of the plate. The count runs full here with 2 down, and the base is clear to the Gatemen third baseman. Wareham with 1 run across. Cohen Clyde started it off with reaching on an error from the second baseman. Then Dylan Passo with the RBI double. Cut down, though, at third, trying to extend it to a triple before the flyout to Carter Groen. The payoff misses outside, and Ashatino works the walk. Base runner for Wareham with 2 down, and the 9th inning, Henry DeGiorgio coming to the plate.
Gotta love that. If you're Wareham's 8th hitting, AJ Ashatino, who's still trying to find a rhythm after taking a couple of months off after his college season. And here he is, making Owen Hancock work for it. A guy that has worked exclusively out of the bullpen on the Cape, trying to get deep into his pitch count. We'll see fatigue start to reveal itself. The deeper hitters can work into counts.
First pitch to DeGiorgio. Ground ball over to the second baseman, Osterhaus. He flips to wait at short, and he steps on the bag for the 3rd out. Nothing comes of the 2-out walk. Owen Hancock works clean here in his first 2 1/3 of relief. We head to the 5th inning with Wareham in front off the RBI double from Dylan Passo. 2-1 Gatemen.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kieran and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kieran and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kieran and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
You see it right there, Wareham's odds with Adams' playoff predictor model. It's been a good model we've been using over the last few days. Wareham currently looking for that top bullet, and right now it stands true. Cotuit losing 5-3 in Falmouth, and Wareham up 2-1 here would bump the playoff odds to 70%, would put Wareham in the driver's seat with 3 games to go.
Commodores extend their lead 5-3 over the Kettleers with 2 into scoring position, a chance for Falmouth to break that game open. Wareham trying to hold on to this lead. Currently just 1, but what a swing this one day would be. The Gatemen, with a loss earlier to the Kettleers, playoff odds would have dropped to 6%. Now a chance to go 2-0 and have those playoff odds climb to as high as 70 with 3 games to go.
Have not been in a playoff spot since after the first game of the season. Pretty remarkable here in game number 37. Austin Hawk at the plate. Then it'll be Ryan Pikatowski and Bryce Estep, 7-8-9 for Bourne. Still with Jake Schweitzer on the mound, looking for 5 innings of 1-run ball. Would be a dominant start for him. The 0-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Hawk grounded into a 6-4-3 double play with runners at first and second back in the second inning. Schweitzer delivers the 0-2. Slider tails inside for ball 1, and Schweitzer's pitch count certainly getting stretched. This will be pitch number 65 coming of his outing. One, 2. Golfed into shallow left field, charging Hamilton. He makes the running play for the first out.
Yeah, that one might go unnoticed, underappreciated, but Connor Cuff had completely lost that ball at short, and it was solely up to R.J. Hamilton to make that play. Made it look routine, but there's one away in the 5th.
You see it. Nobody up in the Wareham bullpen, and for right reason. Schweitzer in control. Ryan Pikatowski at the plate now. Went down swinging to Schweitzer to end off the second. First pitch to him. Big cut and a miss. 4 strike 1. Transferring to West Virginia for next year. Went to USC Sumter, where he absolutely mashed in JUCO. 55 games, a .463 batting average, 25 home runs. He's an absolute monster. Hoping that that translates up to the D1 level. Finds himself behind, 0-2 here. Ended up with 82 runs batted in. Was absolutely nasty. Has struggled here, though, to start the Cape season. Just 1 for 8. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Schweitzer gets Pikatowski to strike out for the second time in this game. He's up to 5 Ks overall, quickly 2 down.
I mean, that slider is really working for Jake Schweitzer right now. A guy that throws the sinker more than the fastball. He has mixed in the slider well. Tries to go front foot, back foot, doesn't matter. It all arrives the same, and Jake Schweitzer with 5 strikeouts, a chance to get through this 5th clean.
And it's Bryce Estep, the catcher, now at the plate. Schweitzer ready at the belt. Winds and fires. Another cut and a miss on that slider. It has been so nasty in this game for Jake Schweitzer. There's really been no stopping it. Estep did not play yesterday, or earlier today, I should say. Last played against Falmouth 3 days ago. Was 1 for 3 in that game. 0-1. Catches the outside part of the plate. 0-2. Schweitzer looking for his second 1-2-3 inning of the game. The other came in the 3rd. And it started by striking out Estep looking. 0-2 pitch. Slider pulled into the dirt. You would imagine that this would be Schweitzer's last inning of work. Maybe he gets one more. The pitch count is up to 70 now. It's getting up there, but he still looked super sharp. Saving his best for last. The 1-2. This is upstairs for ball 2.
And Nikolai set up outside, trying to force a chase from E-step. A guy that's batting 9th, strikeout today. Batting average down to just 111. Schweitzer has to attack here. You can't lose this one.
He's got 24 Ks on the season, that being E-step. Here's the 2-2. Runs in and hits him. That's not what you want against the 9-hole hitter who's batting 111 with 24 strikeouts. And Bourne gets the 9-hole hitter aboard. Top of the order coming.
Right, right on cue, Dan. Have to attack, and attacked a little too much inside. Tried to go with the slider again, never got the break. A 2-out base runner back to the top of the order. Schweitzer at 73 pitches. This is where things start to get a little bit hazy. You have 2 outs at your back.
Matt Bolton, the leadoff man, has flown out twice in this game. 2 hard hit balls. First pitch from Schweitzer. Slider that tails in for strike 1. Bolton trying to make something happen with E-step over at first with 2 down. 0-1. Ground ball over to DeGiorgio at second. He will flip over to Cuff, who's standing on the second base bag for out number 3. Nothing comes of the 2-out hit by pitch issued by Schweitzer. He's through 5 innings with just 1 run given up. He has been really good and keeps Wareham in the lead 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th here on the home of Gatemen baseball.
Hey, it's me, Wizzy. Water Whiz is the ultimate vacation. Huge slides, a not-so-lazy river, and more ways to cool off than you can count. Plan ahead and save. Tickets as low as $39.95. Rally your crew and lock in your date.
For a good piece of glass, call Abby, located at 3 Tyler Avenue in East Wareham. Call Abby Glass and Locks about getting a free quote for your windows, doors, locks, and other glass needs.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
We've hit the bottom half of the 5th here in Wareham. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky. Top of the order due to the plate for Wareham, still against the reliever Owen Hancock in what will be his first full inning of work. Pitched 2/3 in that bottom of the 4th. Kept this at a 1-run ball game.
What a chance for Wareham in a 2-1 game against Hancock, who struggled a pinch with command. Had to throw 15 pitches to get that 2 outs after Brandon Shannon's day was done, and Gatemen sending the top of their lineup to the plate.
See how they do against Hancock. R.J. Hamilton, Connor Cuff, Levi Clark. First time all the way through the order. Hancock started against the 7-hole hitter Carter Groen. Got him to fly out. Walk issued to A.J. Ashatino before getting Henry DeGiorgio to ground out. Hamilton in the box, ready to go. He's been killing it as of late. 7 for his last 14. Looks at a first pitch strike here from Hancock to start the bottom of the 5th. This one, a late one here in Wareham. We're already at the 9 o'clock hour, usually when we're wrapping things up here at home, but we started today at 7:23. So the timing checks out. 0-1 pitch, grounded over to the shortstop. Wait, he rolls, makes the play, but he can't get it over to first in time. Made a really nice play there to stop it from going into the outfield, but Hamilton's speed simply too much, and he legs out the infield single.
Hamilton's batting average over 300 now. 2 balls that he's put in play that have been at least deflected or knocked down by guys in the infield, but his speed too much, and it puts so much pressure on defenses. That time legs it out, and Wareham with a leadoff base runner.
Really, nothing to do there for Waite. Does go down as a single. Second of the game for Hamilton. The last time he singled, he came around to score. First pitch here to Cuff. In there for strike one. Hamilton attempted the fake steal again. No reaction from E-Step behind the plate. A look at Hamilton on first. He was off the bag there. Skimpers back quickly. Gets in there safely.
Had to. That one was about as close as it gets.
A look over at first. Hamilton jumping over there. As Cuff squares to bunt, puts it down the third base line. Hawks not going to have a play at first. That was a masterful bunt from Connor Cuff. And there's runners at first and second with no one down.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, nor was the Bourne defense. Hawk charged late. You see him back. And it was also a really nice job by Cuff to wait on it. And then Hawk stayed back, catches him flat-footed as he's about to get down in his stance. And then, boom, lays down the bunt. Puts it a little bit down the third base line. It's about as good as it gets for Connor Cuff. Now 2-on and nobody out.
So back-to-back singles, both on the infield. Levi Clark steps in. Trying to deliver first, though, a look at Hamilton on second. Obviously, you wouldn't expect Clark to lay down the bunt, but worked well for Cuff and would move runners to second and third with just one out. Could be something to think about. Hamilton at second, Cuff at first. Here's the first pitch to Clark. Fastball. Top of the zone for a strike. Clark 2 walks in this game, both against the starter Shannon. First time he's seeing Hancock. Reached third. Both times he was aboard, was not able to be brought home. Does square bunt this time, pulls it back, and was the right decision. That's a ball, 1-1.
I don't mind it. Put 2 in a scoring position with just 1 out. Especially with the way that Wareham is pitched.
1-1. Clark squares to bunt again. He can't get it down, and he kept it there long enough where it's a called strike.
And that one, obviously you can see the look. Kind of tells the story, doesn't it, Dan?
Failed to lay it down. Has to swing now. And a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Misses down low. E-Step loses it for a second, but he finds it. Count rolls to 2-2.
And kind of a little bit of chess there between E-Step and RJ Hamilton. E-Step maybe couldn't find it, maybe was bluffing. Try and force Hamilton to run. Either way, runners stay put.
Clark on a 4-game hit streak, looking to deliver. 2-2. Just misses outside. He checked his swing. Does not go around. The count runs full. Hancock, pitch away from walking. The bases loaded. Chase Cruson waits on deck. A big pitch coming. Here's the payoff. Clark gets a piece, puts it into foul ground on the right side, and we'll do it again at 3-2.
Clark had a really good at-bat in the first inning. An easier walk on 5 pitches in the third. But he has not made it easy on Bourne pitchers.
Hancock battling. The 3-2. And Clark once again stays alive. We talk about how big this game is for Wareham. It's equally as big for Bourne on the other side. Hyannis steadily in control, and that game just went final, 8-2 over Harwich. So with a Bourne loss today, Hyannis would move into the top spot. Wareham would win that one, and as of right now, then it would be Hyannis and Wareham in the first round of the playoffs. Here's the 3-2. runs inside on Clark, and the bases are loaded with no one out. What an opportunity this is for the Gatemen.
This is a gift. Owen Hancock with the walk, bases loaded, middle of the order set to step to the plate. All guys that have put good swings on balls in this game. Wareham about as good of a chance to break this one open as it'll get.
Chase Cruson at the plate. Single in the first, strikeout in the third. Bourne pinches the corners in. Middle infielders at the back. Double play depth. First pitch to Cruson right down the middle for strike one.
Hancock already at 28 pitches.
No one in the Bourne bullpen getting going. All Hancock. Cruson broken 0 for 10 streak in his first at-bat. 0-1. Misses outside for ball one. He did have an RBI walk. With the bases loaded in the first game of the day against Cotuit, and that put up 1 run at the time, made it 1-0 Gatemen the first. This pitch is cracked up the middle and down. Hamilton in to score. Getting the stop sign is Cuff. Clark's stuck in no man's land over at second. He skippers back to the bag. RBI single for Chase Cruson. 3-1 Wareham.
Second RBI of the day for Chase Cruson, but this one a little bit louder. Right back up the middle. That's a great knock from Chase Cruson. And right there, Nate Ewing with the stop sign. You'd rather play it safe instead of sorry. Still have the bases loaded, still no outs. Chance for Cohen Nicolai. Bases loaded, no outs. He's been here today.
Had a bases clearing double in that first game against Cotuit. Was also in the 5-hole in that game. Looks at strike one. Off the hand of Hancock. For Nicolai, he is 2 for his last 18, but those 2 have been a home run, a 3 RBI double. This time a high fly ball into shallow right field. Costello under it. Cuff's going to test it as Costello is off balance as he made it. It's a sac fly as Cuff comes in to score, makes it 4-1. Moving up to third is Clark.
And I'm not sure if Cuff was going to tag on that, if Costello timed it up. But when he had to drift back and you knew he was going to either have to, A, throw off his back foot, or B, crow hop into it and regain some momentum. Cuff noticed that. That's good base running right there on the left side. And Wareham extends this lead to 3.
The Gatemen offense is alive. Have plated 2 runs in this inning. Have scored runs in 3 frames in a row. Now Dylan Passo looks to keep it going. He had the RBI double last inning to take the lead. First pitch misses upstairs. This the last batter that Hancock yet to face in this inning. Allowed 4 straight hitters aboard on a single walk, and then an RBI single to Cruson before the sac fly from Nicolai. RBI number 22 for him. Passo looks at strike one. And those first 2 singles in this inning came on the infield. It was R.J. Hamilton legging out a ground ball to Riker Waite, and Connor Cuff laying down the drag bunt. Both of them in to score. Look at Cruson on first. He's back in plenty of time. 1-1 Passo squares to bunt, lays it in front, suicide squeeze, going to be a tough play, and the run will score on the throw to first. Clark in, a sac bunt brings home another run. 5-1 Wareham.
Those are 2 bunts for Wareham, a team that hasn't been that good at bunting this season, that have laid them down to perfection. You see it right there. E-step gives the call to Hancock, go to first, because where Passo placed it, it was an easy play for Levi Clark. And Wareham has broken this game open in the 5th.
Looking to add on more. 3 runs already across. Now Carter Groen at the plate. Cruson at second. He checks his swing on the first pitch. It's a strike. Hancock was faced Groen as his first batter in the fourth. And Wareham, since that, has sent now 7 hitters to the plate here in the fifth. 0-1. Cutting a miss from Groen in the dirt. It's down 0-2. The Bourne offense with plenty of work to do. They will have the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the top of the sixth. But the Gatemen can taste that playoff spot, inching ever so closer. 5 unanswered. Here's the 0-2. Groen grounds it over to the right side. It stays in play. Pikatowski steps on the bag for out number 3, but not before. 3 runs come across for Wareham on 3 hits. No errors with 1 left on base. The Gatemen have scored 5 unanswered, and after 5 frames here at Spillane Field, they lead it 5-1 here on the home of Gatemen baseball.
Every child deserves the basics. Gifts to Give is making that happen, and you can help. Volunteer, donate, or shop their thrift store Saturdays. Visit giftstogive.org and make a difference today.
The Wareham-based AD Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is North America's largest cranberry grower and a recognized leader in environmentally responsible real estate development and land stewardship. For 172 years, AD Makepeace Company has supported community events and organizations like your Wareham Gatemen. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights, be prepared, and contact Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP also have offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkmlaw.com.
6th inning here at Spillane Field. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky. Wareham has blown the ball game wide open. 3 runs in that bottom half of the 5th. Make it 5-1 Gatemen. A 4-run lead to protect. The Gatemen just need 12 outs on defense. And with Falmouth currently leading Cotuit 5-3 in the bottom of the 7th, if all results hold, the Gatemen would be in a playoff spot at the end of today. Nolan Foster onto the bump after 5 innings of 1-run ball from Jake Schweitzer, looking to preserve the lead.
Here comes Nolan Foster, and Jake Schweitzer was nails. Outside of a solo shot to Ryder Waite, he was really, really good. And now Nolan Foster, whose worst outing of the summer came against Bourne, where he pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs. However, only 1 was earned. Defense needs to play better behind Nolan Foster. It's a fastball that sits in the mid-90s, and Foster pitching with the weight of the transfer portal lifted off of his shoulders. Recently made the commitment from Abilene Christian to Arizona, continuing to try and prove it and smooth out the edges here on the Cape.
Rustin Rigdon, Ryder Waite, and Luke Costello, the 2-3-4. Quite the challenge for Foster to take on as he looks to keep this a 4-run game. Wareham has scored 5 runs in the last 3 innings of play. First pitch here to Rigdon. Catches the top part of the zone for strike 1. Rigdon 0 for 2 in this game with a strikeout. Was 0 for 2 against Hyannis as well earlier in the day. It's currently 0 for 4 overall. Foster comes home. Rigdon laid down a bunt for a second, gets out of the way. The pitch hit him. Waiting on the umpire's ruling. Did he get the bunt attempt back in time by the time the pitch hit him? That is the question of the day. Scott Landers out of the dugout as Ryan DeMare ruled strike. He pulled it back as the pitch was hitting him. Landers not happy with DeMare.
Not at all.
Kino Josa would go back behind the Cly. And it's going to be a no-ball 2-strike count as Rigdon was still bunting at the time the pitch hit him. Here's the 0-2. Pop up on the third base side, rolls out of play. No balls, 2 strikes.
Foster a little bit different. A lot different, really, from Jake Schweitzer. Loves the fastball. Schweitzer had the slider working for him all day.
Here's the 0-2. Tails down, back to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Rigdon. Foster trying to settle into this game, searching for the first out after 5 innings of 4-hit, 1-run ball with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts from Jake Schweitzer. His final line dominant. 1-2. Rigdon gets a piece, taps it back to the screen. We'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bourne has not scored since the first inning. Just 1 hit over the last 3 frames, trying to get something going with the middle of the order at the plate. Foster set. Deals. Called strike 3. Rigdon frozen. Caught looking for the second time tonight. 1 down in the top of the 6th.
Right there, Nolan Foster goes inside on Rigdon. And the center fielder didn't like it. But that was right there. Inner third. As Foster peppered that spot. Throughout that at bat, now 1 away.
Now Ryder Waite at the plate. Had the home run, walked in his last plate appearance. Stares at a first pitch ball from Foster in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Waite, 2 home runs today. 1 in the first game against Hyannis. And, of course, 1 here in the first. The 1-0. Bounced in the dirt from Foster behind 2-0 on Waite. Wareham can see the finish line in this game. Trying to get into the playoffs. Have not been there since the 2nd game of the season. 2-0 pitch. Runs inside on Waite. The count goes to 3 balls and no strikes.
Got to go at him here. Got a 5-1 lead. Trust your defense. I know Waite's been good, especially today.
3-0 once again. Catches the outside part for strike 1. Waite, 1 of 2 Bourne Braves to not be retired today. The other Berkeley Mabius, who's in the 5-hole. 3-1 pitch. Fouled back. The count runs full. Nice job by Nolan Foster to work back into this count after being down 3-0.
But it can't stop here. Gone at him on back-to-back pitches. Waite obviously not caught up with the speed and the timing of Foster. Continue to attack.
Here's the payoff. Straight down the middle, and he gets Waite looking for strike 3. Just couldn't get the bat off of his shoulder, and back-to-back backwards Ks for Nolan Foster to start off his outing here in the 6th.
And after being behind 3-0, I think Foster will take that one in a 3-0 count. Went right at Waite. Gets him to go down looking. And now with 2 away and the base is clear, he's got a chance to go 1-2-3.
And just you want to face with 2 outs and the base is clear. Luke Costello can only hurt you for 1 run. First pitch from Foster. Misses down in the dirt for ball 1. Foster trying to keep this stretch of 5 straight innings in a row without a run going. (1-0), tapped foul. Costello has not had a productive day so far. 0 for 2, struck out in the 4th. And this Bourne team overall good amount of strikeouts today, up to 7. One. Costello checks his swing, holds. Pitch misses outside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Be interesting to see what kind of extension they're looking for out of Nolan Foster. Wareham got away with just using 3 arms this morning in a 7-inning game. It's that balance of keeping guys fresh.
2-1, called a strike. A nice frame there from Cohen to Cly.
Where do you find that balance? Is it trying to get Nolan Foster out quicker so he's ready to go in a potentially game number 40 that decides the season? Or do you want to try and get through today using just 3 guys in 9 innings?
That is the question. Costello once again checks his swing, does not go around. The pitch is spiked. The count runs full. It is Berkeley Mabius on deck, who's been seeing the ball well today. 2 hits, a double and a single. He makes up half of the hits so far for Bourne in this game. Shows you how much of an offensive struggle it's been for the Braves in this game. Struggled to get it going. No sustained offensive pressure, really.
Not at all.
Payoff from Foster. Costello stays alive. We will do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. You're in the 6th frame. Bourne at risk of losing the top spot in the West. Wareham, with the win, would move into the final playoff spot. Of course, with the Cotuit loss, if that result holds in Falmouth. The payoff, a lazy fly ball over to second base. DeGiorgio grabs it for out number 3. 1-2-3 for Nolan Foster in his first inning of work here in the 6th. This game stays 5-1 in favor of the Gatemen.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Take a look at the Cotuit tracker, which we should get a sponsor on that thing. It's going to be a mainstay over the next 3 games as we go along. 5-3, top half of the 8th. Cotuit with some pressure. Runners at first and second with 2 outs on the board, but Wareham's focus solely here on this game. It'll be the 8-9-1 hitter still going against Owen Hancock, who enters his second inning officially of relief. He'll go into the 3rd if he is to get an out. Going against A.J. Ashatino, Henry DeGiorgio, and R.J. Hamilton. Was roughed up in that 5th inning, allowed 3 runs to come across. Looking for a cleaner frame here. Misses with his first 2 pitches, and it's 2-0.
And for Bourne, Owen Hancock has been really good. Obviously, let that 5th inning get away from him. But entered today with a .93 ERA across 9 2/3. Certainly want him to be healthy come postseason time, and Bourne stretching him out. Obviously, you would play game 1 on Tuesday, and today just being Friday.
This will be the last appearance for a few of these guys on the Bourne staff ahead of the postseason. A team that's already clinched as Ashatino cuts and misses for strike 2. Obviously, their seeding not yet decided, but their pitching, they can align pretty well for how they want to attack games 1, 2, and possibly 3 in the first round. Scott Landers lining up who he wants. 2-2 misses down low, and that's why you probably see some more increased usage here from Hancock. Let him throw a few more pitches before he will most likely appear at some point in game 1, maybe game 2.
And that's the gift. If you're Bourne, you get out to a fast start. These are two completely different teams when talking about the Braves and Gatemen, but that's the difference. Maybe you start to unravel a little bit, but you can at least set up your pitching.
Ashatino stays alive, grounds the ball off of his ankle. Count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ashatino worked a walk against Hancock the first time he saw him back in the 4th. Nothing came of it, though. It was with 2 outs. Five-one game, bottom half of the 6th. Full count. Bases clear with nobody out. Here's the payoff. It skips down low in the dirt, and Ashatino works the leadoff walk.
Back-to-back walks for Ashatino, and those are big at-bats because Ashatino, a guy that sold the ball well in his first game but still trying to find his footing consistently. And right there, getting on base, getting to run around a little bit, can do a lot for confidence and taking some of that pressure off the shoulders here in his first summer on the Cape.
Will be Henry DeGiorgio next. First pitch to him, catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. DeGiorgio grounded out on a fielder's choice over to Osterhaus. Off the hand of Hancock, back in the 4th. 0-1, big cut and a miss. He's down, no balls, 2 strikes. DeGiorgio entering this game 6 for his last 14. That was over 4 games, including the one earlier this afternoon, but 0 for 2 here tonight. 0-2 pitch, frozen. 4 strike 3. DeGiorgio down on 3 pitches on the first strikeout for Owen Hancock, and there's 1 down.
And obviously, if you're DeGiorgio, you want a much more productive at-bat. Hancock stayed in the bottom 3rd. And DeGiorgio just not a competitive AB that time around.
Lineup card flips over. It's R.J. Hamilton, top of the order. Back-to-back singles where he's scored both times he's gotten aboard. But first, a look over at Ashatino. Has 1 stolen base on the season. Across 5 games. Hamilton steps back in. First pitch, runs in, nearly hits him. Up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ashatino gets his lead off of first. Goes over to second. The pitch is a called strike. The throw down. Too late. Ashatino with his second stolen base. Puts a runner in scoring position here for R.J. Hamilton.
It's a good jump from Ashatino. Look at that. 1, 2, go. And did that. Not the best throw E-Step has ever put down to second, but still, with that kind of jump, Ashatino, not a lot of catchers are throwing him out.
1-1. Hamilton checks his swing, but it's a called strike anyway. Doesn't matter. Count goes to 1-2. Ashatino at second. Hamilton has been so dominant. 8 for his last 15. As this one gets past E-Step, going over to third is Ashatino. Walked, stolen base, moves up on the wild pitch, just 90 feet away from making this 6-1 Gatemen.
Why not? Obviously, Hamilton swinging about as hot a bat as anyone on this team, but if he wasn't, I wouldn't have been surprised with a potential bunt, especially now in a 2-strike count. You won't see it here.
Infield comes in for Bourne. A 2-2. Crack to the left side and just goes foul. Would have been an RBI double, maybe more, for R.J. Hamilton. Instead, the count stays 2-2.
A.J. Ashatino duck for cover. Hit on a line right at his head. You see it. Woo!
Get down. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hancock set to deal his 55th pitch. Hamilton slaps it out of play on the first base side. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big fight here from Hamilton. Just needs to put a ball into the outfield. Could get Ashatino to tag up. Make this a 5-run game. Wareham has scored 5 unanswered, a run in every inning since the third, with the exclamation point being 3 in the 5th. Here's the 2-2. Clubbed into center field. This should be deep enough to score him. Rigdon fields in center. Tagging is Ashatino. The throw is not going to be in time. Comes way up the line. Job done for R.J. Hamilton. That's a sac fly, and it's 6-1 Wareham.
Got a little bit of help from the pitcher's mound. I still don't think the throw would have been in time, but that one kicked off the left side of the mound. And for R.J. Hamilton, we talk about situational hitting. Bourne maybe not being the best at that. Wareham has struggled with it throughout the season, but today, laying down bunts when they're needed, getting sacrifices when they're needed. That's the kind of play that we haven't seen a ton from R.J. Hamilton, from this entire Wareham team. And the Gatemen add to their lead.
Now Connor Cuff with the bases clear and 2 outs. First pitch misses outside and clearly. Field manager Scott Landers had a pitching plan coming into this game. He's not really caring about the amount of runs scored. It's been 4 across and no move to the pen for Hancock, and he's thrown 60 pitches. So he clearly has a strategy, a plan that he wants heading into the postseason, keeping his guys out there no matter the score.
I don't think he's in a spot to be questioned either, Dan.
Certainly not.
He's been here.
The back-to-back champs. It's 3 balls and no strikes here for Hancock. Wareham steadily in control, as is Falmouth right now, still up 5-3. Bottom of the 8th, Cotuit with 3 outs to try and get 2 runs to try and extend that game. And if they are to fall, door wide open for Wareham. Just need 9 outs on defense to move into a playoff spot. 3-0 finds the zone for strike 1. Three-one pitch. Blown out of play on the third base side. Wareham with 3 more games to play after this one. At Falmouth tomorrow night, at Orleans, in what will be a 7-inning affair on the final day of the season before coming all the way back home to face Hyannis, which is starting to look like a preview of what will be a first-round matchup between the Harbor Hawks and Gatemen. Payoff. Once again, Cuff stays live. That would be interesting if it is Hyannis and Wareham. Kind of thought throughout the season that it would have been Wareham and Bourne, if anything, but the Braves struggling down the stretch. Wareham hasn't had all that much success against Hyannis. Went 1-4 this season. This ball's cracked to the right side and through. 2-out single for Connor Cuff. Wareham's offense can really not be stopped in this doubleheader.
For Connor Cuff, a guy that was maybe a bit out of sync at the plate. Hard to say for a guy that's batting average dipped just under 300, but Cuff has certainly found it today.
And finally, after 62 pitches, Scott Landers is out of the dugout on the first base side to relieve Owen Hancock. New arm into the game for Bourne here in the bottom of the sixth. It has been 6 unanswered for the Gatemen. They lead it 6-1.
Hey, Gatemen fans, give it up for a hometown MVP, Harvey Waste and Recycling. Just like the Gatemen clean up on the field, Harvey keeps our communities clean every day. Big hits, clean streets, and reliable service you can count on. Now that's a winning team. Visit elharveynewbedford.com or call 508-995-0544. Harvey New Bedford, keeping Wareham game ready all season long.
Searching for a golf cart, street legal low-speed vehicle, or utility vehicle? Come visit C2 Vehicles in Wareham or online at c2vehicles.com. Trusted across the South Coast, Cape and Island since 1978, C2 Vehicles has the ride for work, play, and everything in between. Broken PS5 or Xbox? A+ Repair specializes in all repairs, including game consoles, computers, smartphones, and tablets. Walk-ins are welcome, and most repairs are done in less than an hour. 508-962-2394 or aplusrepairs.net for more info.
Reed Custom Soils, a subsidiary of the AD Makepeace Company, is New England's most experienced precision soil blender. Reed is the leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installation, stabilized stone dust for nature paths and pedestrian walkways, bioretention and rain garden soils, and specialized soils for athletic fields, including your Spillane Field. To learn more, visit reedcustomsoils.com.
Bottom of the sixth here in Wareham. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky. Still, Adam, 1 out to go before you're back on play-by-play. You're getting a little bit over anxious there. It's okay.
I was so excited to take us
home. I know. Especially with the playoffs on the line. I know you're excited to get downhill and finish this one off. But first, a pitching change. Justin Dressler onto the mound in relief of Owen Hancock.
Dressler pretty new into his Cape tenure with the Braves. Today he makes his third appearance, a 1-0 record. He's pitched to a 3-1, or pitched to a 0.000 ERA, Dan. He has yet to allow an earned run. He allowed 2 runs so far across 3 1/3 on 1 hit, 2 walks and 7 strikeouts, an opposing batting average of .071. So when he pitches to Wareham hitters, you'd imagine success will follow. It's, can you trust your defense behind you? And can you locate?
Bases Levi Clark, who's walked 3 times today. Connor Cuff over there at first. 2 outs in the bottom half of the sixth. Justin Dressler trying to hold this at a 5-run game. Wareham has blown it open his first pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Dressler, really a 2-pitch mix, sinker slider. Primary's the sinker, 60%. Slider backs it up. Cuff over at first. Wareham already with a run across in this frame, as Clark is frozen on a 94-mile-per-hour sinker for strike 2. Dressler just looking for 1 out and to strand Connor Cuff over there at first. Owen Hancock's line, not yet final, but so far 2 1/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Dressler blows the gas by Levi Clark. But again, Wareham still gets a run in this sixth. It's been 6 unanswered. Really good stuff from this Gatemen offense looking to push into the playoffs. Time to talk to our sideline reporter, CeCe Gabriel, for the second time tonight. CeCe, what do you have?
Rain, and you guessed it, more rain. That's what it's been all this week. And you may think it rains a lot in Massachusetts, but I was talking to Gatemen right fielder Dylan Dubovic during the rain delay today, and he told me, and I quote, Florida is the most rainy place in the world. He recalled several moments growing up in Florida where there were lots of showers, and while he expressed that it was a little inconvenient, playing in different climates did make him more adaptable as a player. He's not in the lineup today, but his tips for his teammates for any other future rainy games is that you can't throw a wet ball hard, so don't overdo it. Stay calm and take your time. Guys, back to you.
Top of the 7th. Thanks so much, CeCe. Wareham waits out the rain delay, and now with a chance to move into a playoff spot, Dan. How about that? The Gatemen 12-24. And as we've reached the home half of this game, Wareham with a 6-1 lead. Falmouth with a 5-3 lead over Cotuit.
In the top of the 9th as well for the Doors. Wareham hoping that they can close that one out, and then the Gatemen would just have to get 9 outs here. Don't count the Braves out. Always an offense that can come alive, but the pitching has looked really good for Wareham in this game.
Not sure how long Nolan Foster will go, but I guess technically potentially looking to close things out. The right-hander dealt a 1-2-3 sixth in his first inning out of the pen, relieving Jake Schweitzer, who went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. It was a solo shot in the first inning. 3 batters in, Bourne took a 1-0 lead. Since then, all Wareham. Foster back to the mound. 5-6-7 due up for the Braves. Berkeley Mabius, Justin Osterhaus, and Austin Hawk the minimum. Switch lefty-righty. Starts with the switch-hitting Mabius, who has exclusively batted from the left side today against a couple of righties. First pitch to him, called a strike outside corner. Foster has been heavy on the fastball today, relieving Jake Schweitzer, who was dealing a lot of sinkers and sliders. Change of pace. The 0-1. Slider dives in. Misses for ball 1. Wareham will travel to Falmouth tomorrow. The chance to potentially, still games yet to go final, but potentially move within 1 win of a playoff spot. 1-1. Shot over at short. Ricochets off the glove of Cuff into center field for a base hit. Berkeley Mabius gets the barrel on it. And a leadoff base runner for the Braves.
Just a hard hit ball, was a tough play for Cuff. Just gets under his glove, and Bourne gets the leadoff hitter aboard.
A 3-for-3 day for Berkeley Mabius. Double, a couple of singles. Brings up Justin Osterhaus, the second baseman who singled in the second, grounded out in the fourth. Another right on left. As Foster sets. Outer third, called strike 1. Fastball at 91 miles an hour. Osterhaus in his 8th game of the summer. Trying to be the reinforcements that get Bourne to the finish line. Of course, the finish line that Scott Landers wants is a 3rd straight Cape League title. Nothing in 2. Foster sets with Berkeley Mabius off of first. Grounded foul.
There is a couple of arms going in the bullpen right now. Looks to be Finn Edwards.
Hasn't pitched in a couple of days. Wouldn't be surprised to see him get an inning of work. Wareham with 9 more outs to go. Pitches away in the 0-2. It's a dark night here at Spillane Field, but you can see it way off in the distance. Finn Edwards starting to long toss in the Wareham bullpen. It was the latest start of the summer here at Spillane Field. In the dirt, count moves to 2-2. Scheduled start time of 7 o'clock with the doubleheader today. Bourne had to play Hyannis. That first pitch was at 1 o'clock. Then they traveled to Wareham. Gatemen lucky enough to play host for both games today. Will not be the case on Sunday, though, in the second doubleheader. 2-2, cue shot foul. Wareham will go to Orleans for a 12 o'clock first pitch, and then travel back here for the season finale against the Harbor Hawks.
That'll be interesting. Those games are going to matter wherever Wareham is, if they're in the playoff spot, if they're not.
Feels like they're going to matter for a lot of teams. And it's kind of interesting how this playoff race has shooken out. It feels like a week ago we looked at pretty much everyone's seedings were starting to get locked in. But now you've got the 1 seed in the West up for grabs. You've got the 1 seed in the East up for grabs. And you've got the 4th spot deciding who makes the playoffs and who goes home in the West Division as well. There's 3 little races that have emerged when it looked like it was really only going to be just one.
Always drama.
What more could you ask for? A 3-ball, 2-strike count here on Justin Osterhaus, who has forced a ton of pitches from Nolan Foster. He did a 19 to get through his first inning of work. He's already tossed 11 in this frame. 3-2. Line foul into the screen, and the count remains at 3-2. Osterhaus working a 10-pitch at bat. At the minimum. Could go deeper.
Quite the AB here. We saw what happened last time with the 10-pitch at bat.
Giving production in the 6-hole for the Bourne Braves. Last 10-pitch at bat, that was the solo home run in the first inning from Ryder Waite. 3-2. Check swing. He offered. Foster gets his 3rd strikeout of the day, and he wins this 10-pitch AB. Wareham still leads at 6-1, and there's now 1 out in the 7th.
Got him to chase. Osterhaus knew it as he tried to hold back. Couldn't. Nice job by Foster to respond after a long AB.
It'll be Austin Hawk, who's 0 for 2, grounded into a double play back in the 2nd. One that turned away a lot of Bourne offensive momentum. Last time they really had a threat going. McCly back pick over to first. Oh! Passo thought the tag was down. Berkeley Mabius with the feet first slide barely gets back in time.
I had him as out right there.
I did too. McCly with an absolute rifle. The throw beat him.
Throw did beat him. Depending on the tag.
Jake Brickta had him as safe.
He had the best look.
Still a no ball, 1-strike count. Squares to bunt, lays it down. Foster could go to second for one. Instead, he just throws to first. Not a great throw, but Passo recovers, and there's 2 away. Bourne moves a runner into scoring position. A little bit of a puzzling play there, though.
Wasn't a good bunt. It was straight back to Foster. So, moves a runner into scoring position. I think he was trying to put that one to his side, but couldn't really angle it.
And Berkeley Mabius didn't really get a great jump off of first. I think if Wareham wanted to be aggressive, Foster could have probably gone to second, tried to spin a double play. But it'll be Ryan Pikatowski. Takes a first pitch fastball outside for ball 1. Pikatowski batting 8th on his way to West Virginia in the fall. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Mabius with the leadoff single over at second. And on and missed. Slider brushes across the zone. Count 1-1. Foster's delivery. Down and away for ball 2. Foster approaching the 40 pitch mark. I have to imagine the 7th will be his last inning with the activity that Wareham has started out in the bullpen. Either way, Gatemen trying to stay in front by 5. Swing and a miss. Slider downstairs. It's Pikatowski to wave and miss, and now just 1 strike away from stranding a runner in scoring position. Today, Bourne 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. And he gets the strikeout. Nolan Foster hops off the mound, goes back-to-back sliders, and they both wipe out Pikatowski. Wareham holds on to its 5-run lead. It's time to stretch at Spillane Field. Middle of the order, due up for the Gatemen when we come back here on the home of Gatemen Baseball.
Get your merch at the Wareham Gatemen website and click shop to view our latest merch drops. The 2026 Gatemen Kids Clinic registration is live and open. Starting next week, kids will have the chance to be taught by Gatemen coaches and players. For more information, visit the Wareham Gatemen website for dates, times, prices, and opportunities for your kids to have the most memorable week of their summer.
It's getting interesting as we've hit the bottom of the 7th here at Spillane Field. It's Wareham 6, Bourne 1. With the middle of the Gatemen order due up, Chase Cruson, Cohen Nicolai, and Dylan Passo the minimum against the reliever Justin Dressler, who's out for his first full inning of work after relieving Owen Hancock, who went 2 1/3, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. That line's gone final, and now Bourne trying to stick with Justin Dressler, the right-hander out of Bryant. But Dan, as the scoreboard watching here in the Cape League continues, Cotuit putting together a little bit of a threat.
2nd and 3rd, 1 out in the top of the 9th. Hogan Denny, the Team USA call-up in a full count right now. This is pressure-packed at Gov Fuller Field.
We've talked about it, but the Kettleers need a win to hang on to that 4th and final spot in the West Division. Wareham in the driver's seat. If scores hold at this moment, the Gatemen would move into a playoff spot with 3 games to go. Dressler set to deliver. Out of the windup, his first pitch of the 7th is a ground ball over to second base, kicks off the glove of Osterhaus into center field, and Chase Cruson, it's a leadoff base runner for Wareham.
He'll take that, interested to see how that is scored. Ground ball over to second, just hits off his hand.
Saw it right there. Tried to go for the backhand. Kicks up off the dirt, ricochets off of his forearm. Does go down as an error. First of the summer for Justin Osterhaus.
2nd in this game.
I guess you're right. Has not been a clean day defensively for the Braves. 3 miscues in the field. Brings up Cohen Nicolai. Swing and a miss. Osterhaus in his 5th start of the summer at second base. Middle of the infield has not looked smooth. The 0-1. Slider inside. Nicolai holds, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Wareham has scored at least a run in each of the last 4 innings. One in the third, one in the fourth, a 3 spot in the fifth, and another one in the sixth. Cly squares to bunt, pulls it back. Right call, it's ball 2. Cotuit down to its final out. That game goes final. The Kettleers fall 5-3 to the Commodores. Nikolai swings through the 2-1 fastball. Evens the count at 2-2. So Cotuit strands 2 in the scoring position. The Gatemen pick up 2 points. Runner on the move. 2-2, pitch low. Throw wildly off target. Cruson tries to go for third. Rigdon comes up throwing. The pitch offline. The tag not in time. Cruson stumbled off the bag at second. Started to army crawl to third. Finally regained his footing. It didn't matter. Rigdon's throw was offline. Hawk had to reach across his body, apply the tag, and Wareham has another potential run at 90 feet away with nobody out.
Good aggression there from Cruson. Take all the free passes you're going to get.
Comes in as a throwing error on Bryce Estep, the 4th error of the game for Bourne. Infield drawn in, a 3-2 count on Nikolai. The windup and the pitch. This one is drilled over the head of Rigdon, rolling to the wall. An easy 90 feet for Chase Cruson. Nikolai into second. He's on his way to third. The cutoff goes to Waite. The throw to third, and it gets past Hawk. And Cohen Nikolai is over on third, and that elicits a big reaction from the Wareham dugout.
Well, that throw actually hit off the back leg of Nikolai. His running pattern helped him to beat out that throw because he was dead by a mile on that one. Brings in the run, does everything possible. Really good job there to score Cruson, and you see it right here. Hits off his back leg, deflects. That's one way to run the bases. It's all Wareham. Cotuit game is over, and seeming like the Gatemen are going to be in a playoff position.
It's all smiles on the Gatemen side. Up 7-1. Scott Landers out to take the ball from Justin Dressler. He departs with a 6-run deficit. Wareham trying to add to it as Cohen Nikolai points out to left field, saying, bullpen, I've got your back. Gatemen trying to add to it, bottom of the 7th.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Gatemen clobbering the Braves. It's another Alyssa Watling intuitive pitching change. Scott Landers goes to his first lefty of the day, and it's Gavin Miller.
Trying to do anything possible to slow down this Wareham offense, which has just come alive here at home. It's been so dominant today and such a change from what we've seen in the regular season, playing their best baseball at the best time. Gavin Miller, 4 games so far this season, a 6.35 ERA over 5 2/3. He's been solid, and he looks to provide just a lick of stability. In this game, it's been all Gatemen. They've scored a run in every inning since the 3rd.
3 walks and 1 strikeout this summer for Gavin Miller. And Bourne fighting for the 1 seed in the West. Wareham fighting for the final spot in the West Division playoffs. And that's a potential matchup that would loom. And right now, as many arms as the Gatemen could see against a potential West Division playoff opponent, the better.
Well, they're going to knock out their West Division opponent in the first round. If they win this game, it would be Wareham and Hyannis. Obviously, it could still be Wareham against Bourne. You want to see as many arms as possible. You get this game against Bourne. You also will get to play Hyannis in the season finale on Sunday here at Spillane. What a tease that could be to the first round of the playoffs.
You're absolutely right, Dan. Pitching change brought to you by Alyssa Watling Intuitive. Infield comes in with nobody out against Dylan Passo and Cohen Nicolai. After the RBI triple, he's on third. Wareham trying to continue to add to this lead. It's been 7 runs unanswered. He swings at a first pitch fastball and skies it. Playable over at third for Austin Hawk, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Cohen Nicolai with an absolute missile. Right center field, well over the head of Rustin Rigdon. Travels all the way to the wall, and Cohen Nicolai has seen the ball extremely well today. Had the bases clearing double in the first matchup against Cotuit, and then later on here in Game 2 of this Friday night against Bourne, they triple. His first of the season. First pitch to Carter Groen. Fastball inner third for a called strike. Miller, a 3-pitch mix. Fastball, slider, changeup. Prioritizes them in that order. Infield still drawn in with Nicolai at third and 1 out. Takes outside the fastball for ball 1. Carter Groen an 0 for 3 day. Early gets by E-step, and the count 2-1. Groen, one of just 2 Wareham hitters yet to reach base in this game. Trying to find his footing. The 2-1. Flare shot over to the right side as Pikatowski has to charge, and it gets away from Osterhaus covering the bag, and Carter Groen motors to second. No matter what way you score that, Dan, Carter Groen reaches base, and Wareham now has 8 of its 9 hitters on the path today.
This has just been really disgusting defense from Bourne in this game. They have had trouble fielding the ball. That's their 3rd error here tonight. It's really been a rough go for Scott Lander's team. You can talk all you want, and that's the 4th error, actually. You can talk all you want about aligning your pitchers, but this is not the brand of baseball you want to be playing heading into the postseason.
Saw the reaction from Bryce Eastep. Tells the whole story. Cohen Nicolai comes in from third. Bourne trying to avoid its 4th straight loss. They would need a massive come-from-behind effort to deny Wareham a 2-game sweep. A.J. Ashatino swings at a first pitch slider and grounds it foul. Count 0-1. Carter Groen at second. Bourne took the 1-0 lead in the first inning. Top of the first, 2 outs, Ryder Waite with a solo home run over the right field wall. Since then, Wareham has plated 8 consecutive runs. Slider doesn't break enough. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still awaiting that official ruling on the ball that Carter Groen put in play. Pitch inside, and the count 2-1. Groen made his debut against Bourne. 3 of his 4 hits of the season came against the Braves. Hasn't been the most productive day, but can score a run and extend this Wareham lead. A.J. Ashatino has to help him out, though. Looks at strike 2. So it comes in as an error on the pitcher, Gavin Miller. His first of the season. Bourne's 5th error of the day. 2-2 on Ashatino. The pitch. Grounded foul. It's a Bourne team that has gone through a little bit of an overhaul, has lost a lot of its premier talent. Blake Schaff was a mainstay at the shortstop position. Andrew Costello departed as the Cape League's leader in batting average. Ashatino checks his swing. He did not. Count runs full. Obviously, two guys that are really, really tough to replace. Blake Schaff signed with the Yankees a couple of days ago. Andrew Costello just left to prepare for his spring season with South Carolina. Full count here on Ashatino. The runner on second. Wareham dugout asking for a balk. They don't get it. Smythe looks left and right and left again. Asking for an explanation from either Ryan Demer or Mike Hinojosa. He doesn't get one from either.
No reason to be too upset. You're up 8-1. It's the bottom of the 7th. I think you're going to be okay in this game.
I think that's why earlier in this game, when there was a questionable call, Ryan Smythe was out to give an earful. That time he stays in the dugout, and Ashatino swings and fouls it away. That was certainly ball 4.
Way in on the hands.
An uncomfortable swing. Started to bring the bat down. But stays alive in the count. Has worked at least a 9-pitch at bat. 4 foul balls in this battle between Gavin Miller and A.J. Ashatino. 3-2 with 1 away. Still a runner on second. Spoils another one foul. Ashatino deep into this at-bat. The next pitch of Miller's day will be his 15th. Wait, shaded to the inside of the bag against Groen. The payoff, Groen on the move. Fouled straight back. Ashatino has seen 10 pitches from Gavin Miller. If nothing else, he's certainly driving that pitch count up, Dan.
That is for sure. Bottom of the 7th feels like this 7th frame has gone on for an hour at this point, but great fight from Ashatino to keep it going.
He's already worked 2 walks in this game. Started it with a strikeout in the 2nd. Since then, drew the walk in the 4th, another one in the 6th that he came around to score on. 11th pitch of the at-bat. Miller comes home. Swung on and missed. Miller takes down Ashatino in that marathon, and there's 2 gone in the 7th.
Unfortunate at-bat there for Ashatino. Works deep. Really tough AB. Sees 11 pitches, but just fans on the last one.
Brings up Henry DeGiorgio, the only other Wareham hitter to yet to reach base. The other being Carter Groen, who's over on second after reaching on an error. Trying to extend the inning, DeGiorgio looks at a first pitch slider. Breaks away from him, yields the swing, and the count's 1-0. Wareham on the road at Falmouth tomorrow. First pitch set for 6:30. Bourne plays 2. One at 12:30 against Harwich. Another at 6 against Whitey. Both at Doran Park, so the Braves had to go on the road twice today. Tomorrow they'll get to be home for each of their 2 matchups. An interesting finish this is going to be in the Cape League. 5 games in the last 3 days for every team. Chopper foul. Wareham has scored for each of the last 5 innings now after already plating 2 in the home half of the 7th. It was a late start at 7:23, but approaching the 3-hour mark in this game. The 1-1, Miller takes a look at second, now goes forward. Outside, DeGiorgio looks at ball 2. R.J. Hamilton, the leadoff hitter, in the on-deck circle for the Gatemen. If Wareham gets to him, be the 5th time through the order today for Wareham. 2-1 pitch. Out back into the netting. Still not a bad crowd on hand, Dan. Sticking it out.
Surprising, too. It's 10:15.
Latest start of the season. Pushed back even further because of the rain delay, but weather is held off. Humid day here in Wareham. 2-2 on DeGiorgio. Slider bends in, called strike 3. Miller gets out of it, but not before Wareham tacks on 2 and heads to the 8th inning. It's Gatemen 8, Braves 1 here on the home of Gatemen Baseball.
Every child deserves the basics. Gifts to Give is making that happen, and you can help. Volunteer, donate, or shop their thrift store Saturdays. Visit giftstogive.org and make a difference today.
The Wareham-based AD Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is North America's largest cranberry grower and a recognized leader in environmentally responsible real estate development and land stewardship. For 172 years, AD Makepeace Company has supported community events and organizations like your Wareham Gatemen. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights, be prepared, and contact Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP also have offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkmlaw.com.
Gatemen on the precipice of 2 comfortable wins in this twin bill on a Friday in Wareham. As we take a look at the West Division rankings, 3 teams have clinched the playoffs. Dan, you see the asterisk. The one spot yet to be decided. Wareham can move into the driver's seat with 3 games to go, and they are just 6 outs away, and Nolan Foster is back to work to try and pick up 3 of them.
Would be pretty preposterous if Wareham doesn't pull off this win, up by 7 runs with 2 innings left to go. Wareham will be in control, something that they haven't been over the next 3 games. Ball in your court. They just need to keep pace with Cotuit over the next 3, and they will be in the playoffs. Simple as that.
That's the recipe. Nolan Foster's first pitch to Bryce Estep is a called strike on the outside corner. Fastball dipping a little bit in velocity as Foster enters his 3rd inning of work, set to face the 9-1-2 hitters this time around. Bryce Estep, Matt Bolton, and Rustin Rigdon. Estep stares at ball 1. Wareham and Bourne in an 8-1 game, the only matchup still in action across the Cape right now. 9 games across the Cape today. The other 8 have gone final. Wareham trying to hold off Bourne. First doubleheader of the season for any team, and 8 of them played a couple of matchups. Wareham trying to go 2-0. Estep gets under this one. High fly ball out to center field. Cruson on the back pedal. makes the catch.
Hit that one about a mile high into the sky. Grusin does a nice job getting under it, and it's been really light work for Nolan Foster. Hasn't gotten into any trouble, has pitched very solidly.
A Wareham sky that saw a downpour of rain for about 30 minutes. Came in at about 6:30. A lightning strike in the area pushed the start time back to 7:20. But right now, feeling like it'll be worth the wait for the Gatemen. Leadoff hitter Matt Bolton swings and misses at a first pitch breaker downstairs, and the count 0-1. Bolton, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 3 today. Bolton, the only hitter yet to face Nolan Foster. After Jake Schweitzer got his first start of the summer and delivered in about every way you could have asked. 5 innings, 1 run. All off the one swing from Ryder Waite. Foster gets ahead in the count 1-2. Bolton foul tipped into the mitt of Nikolai. It's been a well-rounded effort today, Dan. Obviously, Bourne has played far from its best game. 1 run on that 1 hit from Ryder Waite, but 5 errors in the field defensively. You're not going to win a ton of games committing that many miscues.
Nope, not at all. 5 errors in a game, not a recipe for success at all. Give credit where credit's due. Wareham's taken advantage of those mistakes. Five outs away.
Foster still ahead, 1-2. Bolton trying to reach for the first time tonight. He won't. Fastball blown by Matt Bolton. And Nolan Foster has his 5th punch out of the day. 91-mile-an-hour heater. To businesses and families in the greater New Bedford. 2 out for Rustin Rigdon, the switch-hitting center fielder. But as Wareham has gone from the righty in Schweitzer to the righty in Foster, Rigdon takes his 4th at-bat of the day from the left-handed batter's box. Foster trying to go 1-2-3. It's a pop-up on the first pitch, twisting left and over the netting. Ashatino looked at it, and it sails along the pavement, stretched around the park here at Spillane Field. Foster had a 1-2-3-6, 1 out away from doing it again in the 8th. Pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's been a long day here in Wareham. 7 innings. A game that spanned about 2 hours and 5 minutes. That saw the Gatemen handle the Kettleers. Final score of 7-1. Wareham outscoring its opponents 15-2. Foster in a 2-1 count, stares in. Clyde sets up outside. That's the corner, called a strike. Rigdon 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, both looking. A 2-strike count again. Foster from the windup. Fly ball, curling foul, and it'll be foul. Stays alive in a 2-2 count. Foster certainly being stretched out in this one. 53 pitches for the reliever. His most this summer to this point was 27 back on July 23rd. 2-2. Skips in the dirt. Wareham 8, Bourne 1. Bourne's Ryder Waite on deck. Delivered the Braves' lone run of the game. Foster kicks and deals the payoff. Out back into the netting. Tough out to get right now. Rustin Rigdon continues to battle.
And I wonder if it is going to be Foster to finish this game off. He's at 55 pitches. He's not allowed to run. Don't see why you wouldn't just burn him again for the ninth and finish this one with 2 pitchers.
And Wareham still has 3 more games to get through, and then the playoffs if they make it. 3-2, punched on the ground, over to third. Ashatino charges, a late throw. It's not in time. Ashatino waited, continued to move, but Rigdon with a dead sprint out of the box, and Ashatino, you can see it right there. About 2.5 steps, and Rigdon beats it out.
That was the double clutch there. That messed him up on that one. We'll see if it's scored as an error or a single.
Official scoring is a single. Wareham avoids its first error of the day. So it brings up Ryder Waite. Plenty of pop in the bat. Looks at a first pitch fastball, enter third. Did face Nolan Foster in the 6th, went down looking. Foster didn't get a ton of help from his defense on that ground ball to Ashatino. Runner off of first. Rigdon being held on by Passo. Big hole on the right side. 0-1 breaks away. And of course, that one just driving the pitch count up for Nolan Foster. Having to face another batter in the 8th. Pitch downstairs. Waite gets ahead, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Called a strike, and Foster again 1 strike away from getting out of the jam. Bourne, offense silent since the 1st. Foster trying to give Braves their 7th straight 0. They'll have to wait at least another pitch. Count runs full. We have passed the 3-hour mark here at Spillane Field. Wareham will come to the plate at least one more time in the bottom of the 8th. Foster readies, and the payoff. Up and away, ball 4, and the inning continues.
Doesn't matter what the score is, Bourne still piecing together quality at-bats. Nolan Foster up to 63 pitches now. That's a lot of work for him.
This is the portion of the order that has done the damage for Bourne, not just today, but throughout the season. Brings up Luke Costello. Doesn't get much easier. However, Wareham pitching has kept him 0 for 3. Off the bases. Loads up, takes for ball 1. Finn Edwards is back up and throwing, so the thought of Nolan Foster potentially trying to finish off this game, I think, is kind of slipping the grasp of possibilities.
It's clearly laboring right now.
And Nikolai wants to go over and talk things over. I don't blame him. It's been a while since he's gotten this workload. Did not pitch this spring with Abilene. Christian, like we said earlier, the most pitches he's thrown in an outing this summer was 27. The last one was his 64th. .64, trying to get through the 3rd inning.
Talk about stretching a guy out.
2 balls and no strikes. He's lost a couple of deep battles with Rigdon and Waite. We're on first and second. Costello grounds one foul. So obviously, the further that Foster goes into this game, take him out of the cards for any of the 3 remaining games. Wareham with still plenty of pieces at its disposal. But as Eric Luxus searches for this puzzle, you lose Sahil Patel earlier today. You lose Jake Schweitzer. But you still keep a lot of arms. Finn Edwards, you imagine, will be out for the 9th. Three and 1 the count. Foster trying to avoid walking the bases loaded. And he does. 2-out rally for Bourne. First time today the Braves have the bases loaded.
And it's going to be that time of day for Nolan Foster to come out, I think.
And the misses weren't very close. Just 1 strike in that at-bat. The entire infield comes in. Finn Edwards walking down the hill. And Eric Luxus, you imagine, will take the ball from Nolan Foster. Luxus gives the point out to left field. Nolan Foster's day is done. He departs with 2 outs in the 8th. But Finn Edwards out to try and pick up the 4-out finish.
Hey, Gatemen fans, give it up for a hometown MVP, Harvey Waste and Recycling. Just like the Gatemen clean up on the field, Harvey keeps our communities clean every day. Big hits, clean streets, and reliable service you can count on. Now that's a winning team. Visit elharveynewbedford.com or call 508-995-0544. Harvey New Bedford, keeping Wareham game ready all season long.
Searching for a golf cart, street legal low-speed vehicle, or utility vehicle? Come visit C2 Vehicles in Wareham or online at c2vehicles.com. Trusted across the South Coast, Cape and Island since 1978, C2 Vehicles has the ride for work, play, and everything in between. Broken PS5 or Xbox? A-Plus Repair specializes in all repairs, including game consoles, computers, smartphones, and tablets. Walk-ins are welcome, and most repairs are done in less than an hour. 508-962-2394 or aplusrepairs.net for more info.
Reed Custom Soils, a subsidiary of the AD Makepeace Company, is New England's most experienced precision soil blender. Reed is the leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installation, stabilized stone dust for nature paths and pedestrian walkways, bioretention and rain garden soils, and specialized soils for athletic fields, including your Spillane Field. To learn more, visit reedcustomsoils.com.
Nolan Foster's day is done, and Finn Edwards inherits 3 runners in the top of the 8th with 2 gone. Bases loaded jam, though, for Finn Edwards with Berkeley Mabius, who's 3 for 3 set to step to the plate. It's a pitching change that is brought to you by Alyssa Watling Intuitive and Dan Shalam. It's Finn Edwards, a higher leverage guy, trying to slam the door and move Wareham into the playoff picture.
Certainly, his last 2 outings, 2 innings. In the first one against Hyannis, 2 hits, 1 run given up, and that one no earned. And then the one before that, 2 1/3 against Brewster with a hit, no earned runs given up. Edwards has struggled with control lately, but he's still been very sharp on the season. A 3.97 ERA over 11 1/3 innings pitched. A simple job for him here. Just get 1 out, roll this thing to the bottom of the 8th with no runs across, and keep this thing going for Wareham. Going against Berkeley Mabius, though, a guy who is 3 for 3 in this game.
Rustin Rigdon at third, Riker Waite at second, and Luke Costello off of first. Edwards' first pitch. Fastball bottom third, called a strike. 4-seamer at 93 miles an hour. So Nolan Foster's day is done. His line not yet final. Goes 2 2/3 and allows 2 hits. Trying to keep it at no runs, though. Edwards needs to get the out here. Nowhere to put Mebius. And he's one strike away. Back-to-back
really
fastballs.
Nice start. What more could you ask for?
Bourne trying to score its first run since the first inning. Solo home run from Ryder Waite. The 0-2, Edwards, back-to-back fastballs. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 3. Edwards comes into the game and strikes out Berkeley Mebius on 3 pitches. The bases loaded threat is stranded right there, and Nolan Foster's line is final, and he does not allow a run. Wareham leads it 8-1. Last chance to tack on some insurance on the other side of this short break.
Hey, it's me, Wizzy. Water Whiz is the ultimate vacation. Huge slides, a not-so-lazy river, and more ways to cool off than you can count. Plan ahead and save. Tickets as low as $39.95. Rally your crew and lock in your date.
For a good piece of glass, call Abby, located at 3 Tyler Avenue in East Wareham. Call Abby Glass and Locks about getting a free quote for your windows, doors, locks, and other glass needs.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
Plenty of offense on the Wareham side, but the Bourne highlight started this game. It was a Ryder Waite solo shot in the top of the first, but since then, Dan, it has been all Wareham. Runs in 5 straight innings. They hold an 8-1 lead as we've hit the bottom of the 8th.
After that home run, it's been nothing offensively at all. It's been all Wareham. They've been crushing it. 5 errors in the field for Bourne as well. It's just been lethal, really, all around. They've been doing a great job. And no other way to put it but just dominance today from the Gatemen against both teams they've faced.
Feels like a while since the Wareham offense has stepped to the plate. Bourne sent 5 batters to the plate in the 8th inning. A single and 2 walks, but Finn Edwards came in and slammed the door. Top of the lineup due up for the Gatemen. R.J. Hamilton, Connor Cuff, and Levi Clark against the left-handed reliever Gavin Miller.
Really getting hype. The ballpark sounds here in a 7-run game. Why not? Why not mercy rule Bourne right here?
First pitch to Hamilton inside. Now, Dan, I know you're a house music connoisseur, but would you consider that house music?
That was not house music. That was more rock.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. That was my next question is, what is that?
It's more like metal,
That
rock.
would make sense.
I'd say house is a little bit more tame than that.
Yeah. There's not much more music that's more aggressive than that.
This is true.
Out of your mind. Wareham has played out of its mind today.
Certainly has.
Combined score of 15-2.
Doesn't get much better than that.
No, it doesn't. Gatemen in the driver's seat. Hamilton 2 for 3 today. And he gets hit by this one.
Oof.
That is not what you want to see. A guy that has raised his batting average nearly 30 points today. Sits at 307 right now, and he is hobbling. Wareham, in terms of position players, not very deep right now. With the addition of Cooper Tarantino, the Gatemen add some depth at the catching spot, but lost Foster Apple today. So Wareham with just 2 guys on the bench in Dylan Dubovic and Cooper Tarantino in terms of position players. Obviously, you've got the two-way and DJ Merriweather, but not expected to hit this season. Obviously in a pinch, Ryan Smythe can go to him. But Wareham thin on options. So we've hit the home stretch of the season. First pitch to Connor Cuff, called a strike. Gatemen 8, Braves 1. Wareham can score in 6 consecutive innings with a run in the 8th. Ooh. That one nearly got a piece of Levi Clark in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, you want to talk about getting hit. RJ Hamilton, that one nearly smoked Clark.
And right now in an 8-1 game with 3 games to go, priority number 1 is win. Priority number 2 is keep everyone healthy for 3 more games in about 36 hours.
Kind of insane, Adam. With a win here today, Wareham will clinch a positive home record for the season. They'll go to 11-8 at Spillane Field, 2-16 away from home. And 2 of the next 3 are on the road.
Yep.
You end off with a home game here against Hyannis, but you're going to have to get it done in these next 2 games away from Spillane Field if you want a good shot at the playoffs.
You're absolutely right. Right now, where it currently stands, Wareham needs to win 1 more game than Cotuit. Hamilton on the move, grounded Fallon. Kind of interesting there with Hamilton being hit in the leg. Still aggressive, still takes second. Or at least tries to.
He doesn't care. He's feeling totally fine. He's ready to fly.
But if Cotuit wins 2 games, Wareham needs to win 3.
Cotuit needs to win a game, period, from their camp.
Cuff's pitch is cut on and missed. He's down on strikes, and Miller gets his first out of the inning.
I mean, it's kind of absurd that they've won 2 games since July 12th, and they've both been against Wareham. Like, that is something you really can't make up.
They
that
needed
dreadful of a stretch.
Yeah, the Gatemen needed one today. They needed that one badly. They got it. Dominated. Wareham doing the same to Bourne in this one. Miller throws over to first.
Why are we doing pickoffs in an 8-1 game in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out?
No, I agree with you, but also from the Bourne side, if you're RJ Hamilton, why are you running in an 8-1 game?
Another good point.
Kind of forcing the pickoff in Hamilton's pickoff.
He was asking for that one. He completely asked for it.
Tag applied, and there are 2 outs in the 8th.
I mean,
Bourne trying to
talked that one into existence.
Yeah,
right there.
No kidding. Hamilton was aggressive, and then
I mean, on a southpaw too. That was even more aggressive.
He was going for it.
Yeah, more power to you.
Bourne just 1 out away from getting it to the 9th. It's the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Braves. Last chance. But first, they got to retire Levi Clark. And the first pitch is a fastball that sails high for ball 1. One out. Smoked. Deep left field. Forget about it. Levi Clark's first long ball of the summer pads Wareham's lead to 8. That's now 6 straight innings with a run for the Gatemen. 9-1 Wareham in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, doesn't get much better than that, and no better time for Levi Clark to start hitting the long ball than right now with 3 games to go. That was just a hanging, breaking ball that was right in his wheelhouse. He absolutely smacked it. And that was a no-doubter off the bat. Nearly hit our fans out there. The only 2 remaining, he hit it right to him.
Are you giving them the souvenir, or is there somewhat of a, I guess, beef? Is there
You think he
vengeance?
has beef with those 2 random fans in left field?
Doubtful. But he found him.
He certainly did.
The 0-1 on Chase Cruson. Fouls it straight back. So Wareham, after running into an out on the bases, was at risk of not scoring in an inning. But instead, the Gatemen
Guarding that gate tonight.
No kidding.
So, Adam, some little factoids for you here about the timing. We're at
Play it
3
on me.
hours and 20 right now. This will go down as the longest 9-inning game. This is not the season long, however. As Cruson swings and misses.
All right, we'll finish it.
You want it
on the
now,
other
or you
side.
want to save it for the 9th?
Keep him hooked.
All
Finn
right.
Edwards back to work for the 9th inning. After a Levi Clark home run, the Gatemen have a 9-1 lead heading into the 9th.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
9th inning, and the Gatemen just 3 outs away from going for the sweep after Levi Clark, the first long ball of this game on the Wareham side, 400 feet off the bat, and Dan, it finds the 2 fans out in the left field bleachers.
No better place for it to fall. He gobsmacked that one. The left field was just a hanging, breaking ball and absolutely piped it.
It's the top of the 9th, Wareham leading Bourne 9-1. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Braves. Justin Osterhaus, Austin Hawk, and Ryan Pikatowski. And Dan, I believe you said in the last half inning that you have, what was it, fun facts? First pitch hit on the ground, a couple of hops to Giorgio Fields. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 9th.
I do have some fun facts for you, Adam, and see how long this goes here. But this game right now, we're at 3 hours now and 23 minutes since our start time. That is the longest for a 9-inning game. The previous long was against Bourne. That was at Doran Park, and what was a 10-2 loss for Wareham. Clocked in at 3 hours and 13 minutes. But not the overall long. You want to give any guess?
I'll go with Falmouth early in the year, extra innings, 11-10.
You're right with that.
Okay.
For the game.
Am I guessing time?
You got to guess a number.
That was a long one.
It was really long.
3 hours and 37 minutes.
Hate to say it, but you are 9 minutes under. 3 hours and 46 minutes. The official timing on that, 6 o'clock start, 9:46 finish, and an 11-10 loss for the Gatemen at Fuller Field in 10 innings.
So Wareham needs to end this game in the next 16 minutes to prevent that from happening.
They've already got a record.
True. Drop third strike, throw down from Nikolai, and Austin Hawk is retired on 3 pitches.
Longest regulation, 9-inning game. I mean,
True.
Without the Gatemen even batting in the bottom of the 9th.
It's actually impressive. There hasn't been an abundance of pitching changes either.
It's just been long counts. Lots of scoring.
Certainly. It's up to Ryan Pikatowski, the first baseman on his way to West Virginia to extend this game. Takes a first pitch fastball inside. Edwards got the third out of the 8th. They're entering with the bases loaded. Nolan Foster's line final. The first call out of the pen for the Gatemen goes 2 2/3, allows 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Edwards behind on Pikatowski, 2-0. Wareham, 16-2. Got on and missed. Pikatowski flat-footed, started tiptoeing across the box. Two balls and 1 strike. Base is clear. Edwards delivers. Out in the netting. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wareham, 1 strike away. Two, deep breath, the pitch. Checks a swing. He did go. Nikolai applies the tag. Edwards goes 1-2-3 in the 9th. And Wareham, on its first doubleheader of the season, goes 2-0. And the Gatemen, with 3 games to go in the regular season, have moved into a playoff position with a game up on Cotuit.
What a performance. After getting punched in the mouth first on the solo shot from Ryder Waite, never looked back. Scored a run in every single inning from the 3rd on. Get the job done. All smiles, 9-1. What a performance. What a day offensively for Wareham here at Spillane. They total 17. No, can't do math still. 16 runs in total. Impressive stuff.
And hold opponents to a combined 2 runs, 1 in each game. Bourne with the solo home run in the first inning, and then 8 straight scoreless frames from Jake Schweitzer, Noah Foster, and Finn Edwards. Wareham uses just 6 arms to get through the day, 2 games, and the Gatemen take it 9-1 over the Braves. As we wrap up our coverage, just a reminder, this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. Jake Schweitzer gets the win. Brandon Shannon, the loss. Wareham 9-1 over Bourne. And as Cotuit goes 0-2, Wareham picks up 2 games on Cotuit. And with 3 to go in the regular season, the Gatemen control their own destiny. Wareham 9, Bourne 1. And that does it for our coverage. I'd like to give a big thank you to our entire production crew. Alongside Dan Shalam, I'm Adam Hipsky. Gatemen, 2-0 day. They win it over the Braves. We're back in action tomorrow night on the road at Falmouth Wareham with just 1 game, first pitch at Fuller Field set for 6:30. And we will talk to you on the Wareham Gatemen Baseball YouTube channel. That does it, though. And we will talk to you tomorrow night. Wareham 9-1 over Bourne.
game is over. It is time to run the bases. So if any of our kids want to run the bases tonight, please assemble over by the third base dugout and follow the directions of the Gatemen staff. Thank you.